Oh, yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep, yep, yeah, yeah. Your eyes do not deceive you. You are looking at a live Viper one more time. That is what every day this week I've been live. Yup, I do believe that is correct. And YouTube just sent out the notification that I am live, which means in a few moments, the entirety of Vype Nation is coming to converge on the live stream. Well, at least I hope they are anyway. Yeah, oh, Hefe, I want to get the intro done before I bring in the good folks over at Nomad. El Jefe. Don't be coughing, El Jefe. You know what time we in, El Jefe. Don't be coughing right now. I don't want them to take you out of here, El Jefe. I need you. You might head of security. Don't be coughing over there. Oh, man. Oh, too much. Too much. What's up? How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Yeah, I like I said, I'm starting early tonight because I want to get the intro out of the way. Cause once 6:30 hits, Nomad is gonna be here, and I can't keep them too long. So, got to get the intro though. I cannot have a Friday Night Vype without the legendary Friday Night Viper intro. So we're starting early so I can get the intro out the way, get the roll call out of the way, and then I will bring in the people from Nomad, and we will chop it up. Actually, before we, let me probably should set that up before I. Is that right? Oh, yep. Okay. All right. Cool. We're there. All right. Cool. Got that going on. All right. Sweet. Yep. I think probably should set that up. See y'all. I see y'all in the cut. I see y'all out there. I see y'all. All right. All right. I know some people probably gonna be mad because they gonna miss the live intro, but YouTube sent out the notification. So if you missed the intro, it's not my fault. It's y'all fault by not paying attention to your YouTube notification. Woo! Woo! All right. So, current time, 6:16 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means you are in the right place. You are on the right YouTube channel, baby. Yes, you know where you are. If you are a Friday Night Vype veteran, you know what's about to happen next. But if you're new here, this is the part of the live stream where you will need or probably want to turn your volume down. Because if you don't turn your volume down, I will not be held responsible for what your neighbors think about you listening to some loud dude on YouTube. Because that's on you, not on me. That is on you, not on me. I am talking to you technically, T. This is the disclaimer. Close the little man's ears. Put them earmuffs on. You know what's going down. You already know. You know what's how to happen, T. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Woo! Yeah, baby. It's Friday night, and I feel all right. And it's party time on the YouTube live stream. So, yeah, 16 people are here. That's more than enough to get this party started. And I got about 12 minutes before I have to bring in my people. So let's go to work. Actually, let me turn the game down so I don't kill you all. For those of y'all that are wearing headphones, you are entering at your own peril. But I'm gonna turn the game down for y'all anyway. Just a little bit. All right, gain is down. Let's go to work. Oh wait. I almost forgot to say this is my favorite part of the entire live stream because I don't know what's about to happen next. I mean, obviously, yes, Nomad coming, but after that, I don't really know. I honestly don't know where this live stream is going tonight, but I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it, and so are you. But let's go to work. Woo! What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and we are live. Welcome to Friday Night Vype, baby. Woo! Oh, yes. It is that day again. We are back. We are live on YouTube. Now that we got the disclaimer and the intro out of the way, And before I bring in the good folks over at Nomad, let me see who I got in the chat tonight. Let's see if StreamYard can keep up with my chat. First on the list is Will Barlow. What's up, Will? How you doing, man? What's going on with you? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. We got my head of security, El Jefe Review. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got Miles Tech out there in the cut. What's up, Miles? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got What's in Your Pocket. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? How you doing? We got my dude, John Michelle. What's up, John? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got my man from the UK, Marvin Wallace is out there. What's up, Marvin? How you doing? Oh, we got the returning Crystal White. What's up, Crystal? How you doing? We got my man, the Poet, is in the cut. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Gwendolyn G. Hey, Gwendolyn, how you doing? And, of course, there would not be a Friday Night Vyp without my man, 504, is in the cut. What's up, bro? How you doing? And my dude, F. Nick, is out there, too. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Joseph Hardison in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Tuvo. Oh, what's up, Tuvo? How you doing, baby? We got the unnamed review. What's up, man? How you doing, baby? We got Alex Jackson in the cut. What's up, Alex? How you doing, baby? How you doing? We got the Norwegian sensation, Evie. What's up, bro? How you doing? We got Jonathan Honeywell. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? How you doing? All right. I think that is all. We only got like 17 people in here right now. No, I started a little early, but I think everybody covered. Oh, almost forgot. Shout out to the Lurk Squad. I know there's always a few of you lurking out there. So what's up? How you doing? So over the past week, for me doing a podcast every day and having Prosper and Wineback on, I think it was Wednesday night. I got a lot of new people on the channel here. So for those of y'all that are new, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. I do this live stream every Friday night. This is my community live stream where I talk to my fellow creators, talk about topics in tech, non-tech. I mean, everything happens here. Tonight is a special night because for the first time ever on this live stream, I actually have a brand coming to be guests on the live stream. They're in the title. You already know what it is. We got the good folks from Nomad coming to join your boy Viper tonight. It's going to be lit. It's going to be fun. They're going to be talking about the history of Nomad, probably looking at some of their current products. And that's what we're going to do. No, Zach, I started about 15 minutes early just so I can make sure I got the intro done. But now that the intro is done, we're going to send out some links to the Twitter DM to Nomad. And I think my man Zach can come in here too. So let me send out these links to the appropriate parties. And we shall see what happens after that. All right. My man Zach, I found him. There he is. There he is. Boo. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me go find Nomad. All right. Where we at? Okay. Let me hit that click. Hit that click. There we go. Boom. There they are. All right. And let me send them the. What are you doing? All right. Nomad has the link. Boom. All right. Cool. So everybody has the link. They know what to do. Now, how y'all doing tonight? How are you all doing? I am really surprised and shocked that you all are not tired of me live streaming yet. I have been live streaming every day, and it looks like next week is not going to be much different. On Sunday night, I am doing a ladies' night live stream. I got some of my female creator friends coming through to hang out on Sunday night. That live stream will start at about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 8 p.m. Central on Sunday night. Your boy Viper is going live with the ladies. Then on Wednesday night, I am doing it's Wednesday evening. On Wednesday evening, I got a podcast with Tech with Brett. Tech with Brett will be on Vype Drop on Wednesday evening. So that's going to be fun. On Thursday night, we got the legendary iPhondo coming to Vype Drive. So your boy Viper is staying busy. Obviously, on Tuesday night, I'll be on the Painfully Honest Tech podcast with Jason and Zach. Unless something changes. I know we got some things going on over there. I don't know exactly how it's going to go down. But if nothing changes, that's where I'll be on Tuesday night. So, yeah. Monday night, I don't have any plans yet. But my schedule is changing like every day. So who the hell knows what I'm doing on Monday. But just know that your boy Viper will always be around somewhere on these YouTube. If I'm not making a video, I'll probably be live streaming on somebody's channel, if not my own. Usually it's my own because, man, your boy stays busy. But yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me answer this question real quick. So, Alex Jackson wants to know, is tonight's live stream sponsored? No, it is not. This live stream is not sponsored. Basically, what happened was I reached out to my contact in Nomad and asked him would he like to join me on the live stream, and they accepted. So he's gonna come on here. My contact, I think he might bring maybe 2 or 3 more other Nomad employees on to join him tonight. I don't know, but this is not a sponsored live stream. I'm just bringing them on here to hang out with me. Obviously, they'll talk about the company. They'll talk about current products and offerings and things like that. If you guys want to go check out Nomad, I have an affiliate link down in the description to check them out. It'll take you right to their website. But we'll get more into that when they get on here in a few minutes. But that's what we're doing tonight, man. And after they're only going to be here for about a half an hour to an hour. So after that, I don't know what the hell is going to happen tonight. But yeah, we're just hanging out, man. This is not a sponsored live stream. This is not a sponsored thing. It's just me bringing them on because they've been supportive of me since I practically started YouTube. So I figured it'd be pretty cool to like invite them on the stream. So that's what I did. Alan Osborne is in the cut. What's up, Alan? How you doing, man? How you doing, baby? How you doing? All right, let's see. What happened was, yeah. What happened was I just asked if they want to come hang out, and they said yes. So we're hanging out. Yeah. Pretty cool. I'm kind of excited because obviously I have never had a brand on the live stream before. I mean, I know brands watch my live stream. I mean, they watch. I know people watch. It's like I tell you guys all the time, you never know who's actually watching your content. So that is kind of cool in the fact that you really never know. But I know brands watch my content, obviously, but I have never had an actual brand come on the live stream. So first time for everything tonight, and we're going to see how this goes. And yeah. Even said any serious issues on the PHT live stream or podcast. No, not that I know of. There are no issues on the PHT podcast. I don't know. Zach, do we have issues on our podcast? I don't know. I don't have any.
I just have a problem with finding pants.
Oh man. So I got Zach on here with me tonight because he is also good friends with the folks over at Nomad.
Yeah, my relationship goes back probably about 8 or 9 years with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I figured it'd be cool to have like me and somebody else on here with Nomad talking about Nomad and things like that. So yeah, it should be fun.
I was running around my house and I realized how much Nomad stuff I have like scattered throughout the house. So I have like my 4-in-1 cable in the living room, and I have the USB-C to Lightning in the living room. And
I was making note for this live stream, trying to take down or jot down all the Nomad stuff I have. Yeah. And I mean, I don't have a lot, but it's more than I expected. Yeah. I have like a few Nomad things, but go ahead. Oh, yep.
I mean, this is upstairs. My wife wouldn't let me take it away. So.
I have it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But the guest of honor have arrived. So let me introduce you guys to one of the most consumer-friendly electronic brands. They make accessories for iPhone, Google. They got wallets, they got cables, they got phone cases. My man Chuck from Nomad is in the building. What's up, Chuck?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's great to be here. Thank you so much for the invite. Apologies for being a couple minutes late there. I've been running around like a madman this afternoon, but stoked to be here with you guys.
Dude, you're actually early. I started early, so you're early.
All right, cool. You know, when I was in high school, my football coach told me if you're not 10 minutes early, you're 15 minutes late. So,
okay.
I'm a little...
No, man, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.
No, man, I'm stoked to be here. It's great to see you, Mr. Zach Talks Tech. It's been a minute since I saw you in Vegas, and it's great to finally connect with you, Mr. Viper.
Vegas was fun. Thank you for feeding us. I was so hungry that day. I was at that little cart around the corner and just chowing down. It was good time.
You gotta, you know, Vegas is tough, man. You gotta eat when you can get it. Get it when you can.
Yes.
As far as food goes.
So, man, it is cool to finally like meet you kind of face to face, even though it's not in person. But this is the first time we've ever talked face to face. So
yeah, man, awesome. It's great to be here chatting with you face to face. And this whole YouTube thing's new to me, man. You know, I've been zooming a bunch this past 2 months, but I'm just looking around the screen here, seeing if I can make you guys go fuller screen on me. But I like what we got going on here. I'm stoked to be stoked to be here.
This is like Zoom on crack.
Is it?
That's what this is right here. Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm gonna have to dig into this more afterwards. This seems like a cool platform you're using.
Yeah, the program I'm using tonight is called StreamYard, but yeah, it's pretty cool, man. They got a lot of good features on here.
I got a quick technical question for you before we get too far into it.
Sure.
One of the other Nomads wants to join. Should I just send him the same link you sent me?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah, just send them the same link, and they will be right in here.
Cool. Awesome.
I tried getting in touch with one of your bosses this week, but I'm assuming he's traveling or something like that. So
who'd you reach out to, Brian or Noah?
Noah.
Noah's just he's busy right now. It's been a wild 2 months for us here at Nomad, that's for sure.
He's all over the place. Noah and I had a few good times in Montreal back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And that's all I can talk about. That's all I can say.
That's great. What happens in Canada stays in Canada, right?
That's right.
All right, so I'll wait till your colleague comes in before we get into all the Nomad stuff. But Chuck, how have you been holding up with the pandemic and everything, man?
I've actually been doing pretty well. My wife and I were lucky enough to close on our first house just before this all happened, which is exciting but also terrifying as the economy has done when it's done the past 2 months. But I've had no shortage of projects to focus on and work on. So things have been good. We got a puppy. He's running. I'm in my kitchen right now because the puppy's, a puppy. So I got to keep an eye on him a little bit.
Of course. I
was hoping to be asleep and I could take you to my home office, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately.
All right.
But yeah, man, things are good. Oh, what's up, El Jefe?
El Jefe Review. Thank you for the super chat, sir. Thank you. Always appreciate it. My head of security handling business as usual. But we have another Nomad employee here, Mr. Bryson. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. I'm Viper, man. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Good to meet you, Viper. Good to see you, Zach.
How you doing, Bryson? How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Hey, I got the watch band finally from you guys.
Hell yeah. Nice. That's the black titanium one, right?
I love this thing.
Oh,
It's so sexy.
Oh, look at it. You both got on.
I never take mine off. Never, dude.
Looking good. I like it, guys.
Yep.
I took mine off. Now I can't find my Apple Watch. So I'm
oh, man.
Did you drop it in the water when you're?
I don't know. I don't know where it's at. So.
All right. So when I was on the phone with you, Chuck, you had asked me a list of things we would talk about tonight, and you mentioned that you wanted to go over like the history and the upcomings of Nomad. So why don't you get into that with us real quick?
Yeah, for sure. All right, first of all, as we're jumping into this with everybody that probably doesn't know Bryson or myself, I'm the marketing director at Nomad.
Yeah.
Been at the company for like 6 years now. I've known Brian, one of the two co-founders, since we were kids, though. So I've been following the Nomad story since day one. And then Bryson, you want to give a quick introduction to yourself there real quick?
Yeah. So I started working at Nomad almost 3 years ago now. And I started off working in our shipping fulfillment world. And then from there, kind of bounced around, did a lot of different things, Amazon, stuff like that. And then for the past year now, I've been working with Chuck as one of our kind of two-person marketing. We've got a lot of people helping us out, but officially two-person team.
Yeah. Bryce and I are the two that are behind the scenes all day, every day on marketing. And then we have a bunch of other team members that are jumping in and out.
So for the people watching and listening, when you're interacting with Nomad on Twitter, it's these guys. It's these guys right here.
Yep.
So I thought
all the weird tweets are me. Chuck is innocent.
I thought it was always Chuck. So both of you guys running a Twitter account. Okay.
It has been lately, yeah. For a long time, it was just me. I think probably the last 6 months, Bryson's been in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
And talking trash and stuff.
Awesome. Okay. Nice.
But yeah, so Nomad, we launched 8 years ago. Our first product, I actually have it with me, was the charge card.
Nice.
It was a credit card shaped 30-pin iPhone cable. Noah likes to call it like a jumper cable for your phone.
I was trying to find mine because I was a backer on that. This is before I was a backer on that. This is before I worked for the distributor up here in Canada, where I met you guys through.
Yeah,
I was a backer of that. I have it somewhere here. I was trying to find, but I did find my key.
You found the key,
which was the next iteration, which I'm going to talk about.
Great.
So funny enough, my start at Nomad was also in the shipping room, similar to Bryson. And when we launched the charge key, we were doing all of our packaging ourselves. So the key itself would arrive from our manufacturer to our office in like boxes, like a box with 1,000 keys. And then we'd get printing done in the US here in California. We'd have to take the key out of the box, glue it into the flat printed paper thing, hot glue it shut, and then put a label on it and ship it out.
Yeah.
Wow. And that was my first job at Nomad. I'd sit there for 8 to 10 hours a day, just hot gluing stuff shut, praying I didn't burn my fingers off, which I often did. And then just mailing stuff out to people. I feel like the two greatest avenues to, I don't know if promotion is the right word, but like the growth within Nomad are the shipping room and the CS room. Like if you're working in CS, you're working in shipping, like there's a good chance you can find your way into a different department eventually.
Well, everything trickles down to those two things at the end of
the foundation of the company for sure.
I think a funny thing too, I wasn't working at Nomad when we were doing that first run of keys, but I know that there was some it was pretty expensive to ship them over, and they were like, God, like why don't we just fly to China with an empty suitcase, fill it up with our product, and then fly back?
I didn't hear that story. That's too funny.
Yeah, you can't do it. So
now, did that come in the original white packaging? Look what I'm holding.
It wasn't even white packaging. It literally then we would get a flat cardstock print on that we had a local printer do.
Yeah.
We would you know like that, what's it called? It's like gummy tape. Like you get a credit card in the mail and it's like taped onto the paper.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of those glue dots is what they're called. We put the glue dots down on the flat paper, glue dot the key down, literally fold the thing shut like a clamshell and run hot glue around the edge to seal it shut. So it was mostly flat like a Netflix envelope or something like that.
Yeah, I remember mine came in an envelope. That's all I remember from that. That, like I said, that was like 8 or 9 years ago. If I'm right, I think.
That was 5.5 or no, like 6.5 years ago. What's up, puppy?
Okay, so time was obviously going by too fast for me. But yeah, it's been a while.
That idea was also inspired by Netflix.
By Netflix, nonetheless, yeah.
Receiving all the, back in the day when Netflix was, not everyone thinks that, it's a streaming service, but it was just get your DVD in the mail. Yeah. And they sent them everywhere in the world. So we're like, well, these keys are the size of a DVD. That was where that came from, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that was a fantastic, stroke of genius on the part of Noah and Brian to come up with that idea. Yeah, so we launched our first product on Kickstarter. Yeah, Kickstarter was the charge card. A year later, we did the charge key that you were talking about, Zach. That was an Indiegogo project. Mm-hmm. And then shortly thereafter, oh, dang, I leave the packaging in the other room. I did. We did the Nomad Plus. The Nomad Plus was like a jumper pack that goes on top of the white cube that you get with your iPhone. And it was an extra battery pack, basically. So it was a full charge, essentially, in this little black box that you put on top of the cube that came with your iPhone. Mm-hmm. That one was pretty wild, too. I was in the San Francisco office when we launched that product. Random, kind of a strange idea for a product, but it went really well. And then, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it was kind of a strange product, but it was sort of a weird idea that led into a product we still make, which is our battery cable, which is just a lightning cable. I might have one right here.
I don't know. I didn't bring mine down.
My wife stole mine. I don't even know where it is. I was telling Viper before we came on here. I was going around the house today, like, okay, maybe I should grab some things to show people. And I knew that I had a lot of Nomad stuff, and I know Viper has a lot of stuff too. Mm-hmm. I have Nomad stuff all over the house. So like, I have your guys' new, the new base station.
Nice.
I couldn't take this away from the wife tonight because she uses it right now to charge the phone while they're having dinner. But I love this. I love the improvements you guys made on this. And then I've got the flat one. I've got the round one. And then I've got your wallet right here, which is like I'll do the flossy. Like that is nice. And we're gonna talk about the Horween leather stuff, but I've got your cable. I mean, I've got your cables all over the house. They're just wonderful.
I love
those
cables.
Real quick? I just want to say, DePoets is watching this live stream with a quality cigar. That sounds amazing right now. If I could be on the back porch and doing this at the same time, I would love to be in your shoes. I'll tell you that.
Hey, he usually is. So, and curious, you said that Nomad has been around for 8 years, and for most of the time, you guys have been like kind of an underground like company. I mean, obviously you work with different creators and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I've been seeing some press releases that now you guys are being sold in Verizon, and I think you guys are even in Neiman Marcus or something like. Or actually, no, it's Nordstrom, right? I think it is.
No, I think, or it is Nordstrom, right, Bryson? I forget. Nordstrom. So we actually, about the same time we started making Apple Watch accessories. We started with the stand for Apple Watch, and then also a couple of straps. Mm-hmm. Around that same time, I think it was iPhone 7. We got into Best Buy. Okay. Our first big box play, and we've been in Best Buy ever since. It's been a great partnership for us. But over the past couple of years, we've expanded a bunch. We're at REI for the outdoors enthusiasts, Nordstrom, Verizon. Where else are we at, Bryson? You were in the
Meijer, which is actually a grocery store chain in
the Midwest, right?
It's in the Midwest, yeah. So I've never been to a Meijer, but living in California.
Oh, okay.
We're in Meijer. And then really we have a lot of retail presence internationally, just because a lot of places don't have an Apple store. So that's kind of what we've like, especially in Europe, we've sold into a lot of the APR space, which is an Apple premium or preferred reseller. So kind of like in the Netherlands or the UK, some of the like larger EU countries, Germany, we're sold in these APR stores because Apple either has a small footprint or no footprint. So
when I was
that's kind of our
when I was with the distributor up here, I sold a ton of you guys into a lot of APRs up here. Like, so
Yep.
One of the bigger Apple APRs is Westworld Computers, and they have several. They rename themselves in different cities and different districts within Canada and like that. But they brought on a ton of your guys' stuff, especially like anything that was anything leather that you guys had. Just they loved it. Yeah.
I like to hear that.
All right, I want to talk about you. I can't talk. I want to talk about you guys' business strategy, because I know you guys been working with creative for a long time, but for a lot of the bigger tech companies and things like that, this is kind of new territory to them, and they are finally catching on to the whole influencer marketing thing. So talk to me about how you guys have attacked it, because you guys have been doing it for a while now.
You're opening a can of worms here. So in the creator space, I mean, our bread and butter at Nomad since day one has been press. You got to get your stuff in front of the right people for it to be shown to other people. Early days, Noah and Brian would go to CES. They wouldn't have a booth. They just run around the floor trying to meet anybody and everybody they could, and get specifically the charge card in everybody's hand. Hey, you got a press badge? Here's a charge card. Here's a charge card. They didn't have creator badges back then, but if you had a press badge, you got a charge card. And that's kind of been like a foundational principle kind of our marketing at Nomad, is like creators, influencers, press, like they're the people that have the biggest influence on the broader public. So working with folks like both of you guys has been huge for us, and just making sure we always have your products in your hands on day one. As soon as it launches, you got to have it, because if you don't have it on day one, you're not going to be talking about it, right? It's always got to be the most newest, exciting thing, right? So yeah, go ahead, Bryson.
Well, I just kind of jumping off that too. I think another thing is, a lot of larger companies are kind of, like you mentioned, Vyper, are catching on to that right now, right? They are looking for an influencer program, a creator program, whatever. But they're kind of funneling it a lot through like, okay, here's our budget. We're going to pay this agency this much to find people. And I think you're right. Like we've grown, we're in some retail and all that, but we are kind of a more underground, small team. And we've always kind of run our creator partnerships on that idea that like, hey, it's got to be like something that makes sense, where like we actually know that, you want to get the product and review it. It's not just like, shit, I need to get this, because I'll get paid this much to post a video about it or whatever. It's always something we've looked for, like organic partnerships that are like, yeah, like I actually care about these products. And when we like make a product that's bad or has an issue, that like our kind of community of creators will be like, hey, you guys kind of fucked up here. This isn't that good.
I think one of the things that Vyper and I can't remember if Vyper and I talked about this on one of his podcasts or if it was even on Twitter, like just an open conversation. But there are a few specific brands that we particularly like working with, because not only are they active within the creator community, say on Twitter and YouTube and etc., but also with their customer base. So Nomad's one of them. DAT Microphones is another great example. And it's really cool to see the interactions on both the customer, you guys taking care of your customer base, and also your creator base. And you guys jump in there with the tweets here and there with like a meme or whatever it is, right? It's like it's real interaction. It's not like you can't fake that. And it's awesome to see.
No, yeah, we don't have some agency running our social accounts for us. It's us in there every day talking with people, interacting with them. Our meme game is definitely not on point as some others, but we're trying.
Yeah, Tile, as a big company, they've been hopping in the meme game lately.
Who's that?
Tile.
Oh, really?
You guys follow them on Twitter. They've actually been having some pretty funny memes lately. So
what, the Tile guys?
Yeah, Tile has.
We know you like the Tile, because I mean, I'll tell you this: when I got the wallet from you guys, I was like, why do I need to track this? 2 days after I got this, I lost the wallet in my house, and I turned on the app and I was able to find it. I was able to find it underneath the cushions there. So
I just it on my remote because I was sick of looking for it. So
That's fine.
Yeah, the Tile app is legit.
Real
Yeah,
quick, just to dip into the comments, CDF man, you asked how many products we made in the last 8 years. Are you talking about individual products or total number of like items made? Throw that up in the comments and we'll get back to you on that. Go ahead, Viper. Sorry, what were you gonna say before I cut you off?
No, I'm gonna say that I like the way that you guys are going about integrating yourself within the creator community, because you're on Twitter, you follow a lot of creators and you interact with us, but you're not trying to hawk your products and things like that. You are interacting with us organically and naturally.
Yeah.
You'll retweet creator milestones or congratulate creators on certain things and things like that. You're not, like I said, you guys aren't trying to like just, oh, here's our product. You're actually trying to build relationships. And I think that is so important today, especially in influencer marketing, that the best like creator brand like meshing are when you are building organic relationships with those people. So I definitely love the way you guys are going about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's definitely something we've done very purposefully as far as the way we interact with people. I see your guys' comments when you're frustrated with PR agencies pitching you stuff weirdly or whatever. We want to be organic and real.
yeah.
All right.
Someone asked if we're going to bring back the full leather Horween case as opposed to the ones with the silicone edges. When it comes to that, our ethos when it comes to products is basically, do you want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none, or be really, really good at a few things? And we figure, Apple does a really good full leather case. We'll let them own that. Like, Apple's case is good. If you want a full leather case, definitely check that one out. But for us, we want a little bit more protection. We do a lot of outdoors activities ourselves. Zach just sniffed.
I could just sniff this all day. Like, it's just crazy.
So yeah, we want cases that reflect our lifestyle as a company, and we feel like the one with the TPU or the rubber edge has a little bit more protection and that kind of stuff going for it.
Yeah, that shock absorption is legit.
the active rugged case is it's one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, you're digging the active, huh? You like the waterproof leather?
I like the leather. I mean, there's nothing against this, but I like the leather. Just I like the way it wears. Like, I have your mouse pad right here.
I'm using mine right now too. You too, Bryson?
I'm also mine.
And I love how the mouse pad has worn down over the last. I think I reviewed this about a year ago, but it's got these marks and it's worn down and play. Like, I just like the way that it looks here. I don't want to. I have so much stuff on. I'm not going to pick it up, but
yeah.
But I just love the way that the leather looks and feels. That's going to lead me to a question we have from in terms of materials. How did the relationship with Horween come about? Is there a story there or a history or anything like that?
Bryson probably
got it. There is a story. I mean, really, the story was that Brian Hahn, one of the founders of Nomad, the head of product, when we began our relationship with Best Buy, and also when we began looking at making Apple Watch bands, we were looking for a leather that was really an American leather. And so his sort of question that led him to Horween is, what is the most American leather? And I don't think that he had any relationship or anything with Horween before. But while looking at all these different samples, trying to get in touch with people, finding a supplier, they met Horween. And for those who don't know, they make NFL footballs, NBA game balls. They're the oldest tannery in the U.S. I mean, there used to be hundreds. There's only a handful now.
Yeah.
So they really were this like quintessential American style of leather. So it just fit perfectly. It's still a family-owned business, so the owners were awesome. They were like really stoked on what we were doing, and they really wanted their product to be in the hands of a company that was going to make quality goods. Like, they didn't want some cheap stuff getting churned out. So there was just a lot of synergy from that. And yeah, I mean, it just kind of had built from there. Like, one of their leathers that we get to use that's really cool is the Shell Cordovan, which is like kind of a really durable, hard-wearing leather. And we just use it to make Apple Watch bands, which, yeah, Chuck's got one there.
Nice.
It's a kind of glossier leather than our normal leathers. But what's super cool about it is they just like Nomad, and they had scraps of it that they couldn't really use for any other product for making belts and shoes. And they're like, you guys should just make a strap out of this. So they would like suggest products.
That's awesome. And I can speak to the quality too. So when I worked for the distributor up here, go ahead and show those off, Chuck.
Yeah.
When I worked for the distributor up here, I got this sample of an Apple Watch band that fits a 42 millimeter. I think that's the length of the watch band. I could be wrong. It says 42 millimeter sample. This sample, this is obviously your older packaging. This is probably about 5 years old. Okay, I think about 5 years, maybe five or 6 years old. Okay, it fits my Series 5 Apple Watch. That watch came out like last year, and it's super comfortable, and it still smells great, and everything about it is awesome. And if you have just a side note here, because we were talking about the titanium bands before, if anybody has a nickel allergy to like metals or anything like that, definitely look at the Nomad bands, because I have never had a reaction to their metals or any of their products on my skin. So I'm super glad you guys are using hyperallergenic type materials and everything like that. But I mean, given how old this was, like this literally was a sample in this box that I went around to my customers like 5 years ago. And then when I finally got my watch, I'm like, I wonder if that'll fit. And it does. And I wore it the whole time I was at CES, and it was fabulous.
That's fantastic, man. Yeah, the transition from the 42 to the 44 millimeter Apple Watch, I think as I understand it, the size or the measurement relates to like the screen size. And the larger screen size allows for the same band from legacy model Apple Watches. Yeah, this one's perfect.
This fit perfectly, just clipped right in and no issues at all. So that's great on Apple's end. That's like an older band like this can work. And then again, it's not like your leather over the years sitting in the box cracked or faded or broke or anything. Like it's just that, you know how sometimes some leathers can get like real crusty and kind of hard. Yeah. That never happened with this. It was just sat in the box there and perfect.
A cool thing to call out too that a lot of people probably don't really realize is we actually machined and designed all the lugs we use.
Okay.
There's no proprietary lugs. Like these are our design from the ground up. You'll notice other brands trying to copy them, but these are ones we designed for ourselves. And not off the shelf stuff, which is, we don't really highlight that on the website. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but it's one of those things it's worth calling out and showing off to people. Like, hey, we a big design ethos we have is everything we do is 100% designed for us, by us. Other brands at times will just buy stuff off the shelf in China and put their logo on it. But for us, it's Nomad through and through.
All right, for those of y'all that want to check out Nomad goods, I'll put my affiliate link in the chat right there. Yes, it doesn't say Nomad, but it takes you right to their website. So if you guys want to go check out their product, click that link. It does me a solid, and you can go see all the great products they have. I want to talk about my current favorite Nomad product right now, which is this base station Apple Watch edition. Yeah. This is life. I use this every night. I can charge my iPhone, my Apple Watch, and with the connections on the back here, you can charge 2 more devices. So you can charge 5 devices at once with this little base station. And oh my God, this is my favorite product maybe ever from Nomad.
We have ours upstairs by the front door, and it's like a conversation piece. Nice. I have just a flat one. So when we were able to have people over, they would come over, and like the rule in our home is like, when you're here to be here, not to be on your phone. So you put your phone on that, and most people are like, "Wow, what is that? It just blends right in. It looks so nice." And I'm like, "Well, it's a Nomad. Let me tell you about it."
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
That's cool. I like that idea too. Just have it at the door. Hey, set it down.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Charged up.
And for those of y'all that might be thinking about getting the new Nomad base station Apple Watch edition, I know there's a typo on the box that says it only charges at 7.5 watts, but I can tell you it charges at 10 watts. I should say it wirelessly charges at 10 watts. So what's on the box, I don't know, it's a typo, but it does wirelessly charge at 10 watts. So there you go.
Yeah,
so there's a question from Depotes in the chat. I don't want to forget about it, because we tagged I think you guys were tagged on Twitter about this. We went back and forth. I kind of answered his question because I used to be a big stickler about this as well. You guys focus mainly when it comes to, like, I guess your cases, mainly on Apple, but we have seen you guys are a Google partner. Like I had your case for both your cases for the Pixel 4, I think it was. Yeah, the Pixel 4. And we've seen you guys do some Galaxy S stuff in the past, but I've never seen a Note one for a case for you guys, for example. So what's the decision process when you guys are going, okay, who should we make a case for? Is it mainly, like I said on Twitter there, about market demand, or is there more of a partnership type aspect with the manufacturer, or is it kind of, give us an idea?
Yeah. No, go for it.
Okay, yeah. So I think with Android and specifically Samsung, a lot of people know we made cases for the S8 and S9, and they have wondered why not. And one thing is that anytime you make a case for a new phone, it's a huge investment. Like we need to create new tooling for those cases, and it's not something we can like. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, just don't make that many of them if you don't sell that many of them. But it's not really how it works, because you need to sell a minimum number to make that tooling and that research and all that effort work it. Like Chuck mentioned earlier, we don't like take an existing case design and slap Nomad on it. We need to like build these all as like custom pieces and custom products. So we kind of have to have a minimum number of cases we're going to sell. Previously, we had a partnership where we were selling S8 cases and S9 cases into Best Buy. We honestly like never sold very many Samsung cases off of our site. For whatever reason, it was just not an e-com product. It wasn't something people were going online to our site to buy. But in Best Buy, people were buying them. And that worked. So we had a number of years where, hey, we can make these Samsung cases. We don't really sell them on our own site, but we can sell them in Best Buy. There's a demand. It makes sense. We'll make these. But then Best Buy basically started making their own version of our case and then dropped our case for the Samsung. So that kind of killed that that market for us.
So just to reiterate for everybody, you guys are building all your cases from the ground up. It's not flipping through a catalog, as we know, which is a lot of the case manufacturing in the world works for, and a manufacturer in China says, okay, we can build that case for you as long as you buy 10,000. Because you guys are building from the ground up, there's a higher cost, but you guys also control the quality, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we control every step of manufacturing.
We use like if you're making a cheap case entirely out of plastic, you can basically just create an injection mold or something where basically liquid plastic. This is a horrible simplification, but it's just getting shot into a mold, and you can churn it out and you can sell that mold to tons of different companies because they can just substitute whatever color scheme logo they want.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really do that, and we don't do that. So it's just a totally different kind of manufacturing process.
And then as far as, every now and again, we get accused of Apple favoritism. We were founded as an Apple Apple accessory company. Our first product was a 30-pin Apple or iPhone charger. That's just our history. It's our legacy. So we continue forth with it. There's no favoritism or whatever. It's just.
Yeah, and I think a lot of, especially in this bubble of tech, like Viper and I, we experience this all the time. Like I've always been more of an Android person, but I dabble in both. I have both an 11 Pro Max and I have a Note 10 Plus here. But I mean, there's people in the chat or people are going to be listening to this later on that are, they're pro Apple, they're pro, and sometimes it's like, how come there's so much an emphasis in North America on the Apple device? Well, the fact is, if you go into any carrier store, and that's how you mainly get a lot of devices out there, people are walking in, they're buying either Apple or Samsung, when, for the most part, right? Unless they're price sensitive, they might look at something else. And as a case manufacturer, like you said, you guys have to look at the facts and go, okay, if we're going to make this nice leather case, where are we going to push the most units? Well, it'll probably be with the new iPhone, right? Like I can't. You guys are obviously making cases for the new SE 2020, correct?
No, we're not actually. Sorry.
Oh, you're not?
No,
not yet. So, I mean, because we all anticipate that to be a big seller, but of course we have the iPhone 12 coming out this fall and everything like that. So I guess, so do you guys, when you guys are deciding on cases to make for, are you reaching out to, say, for example, Samsung directly or Google directly or Apple directly, or are you guys more or less reaching out to the carriers like the Verizons, the AT&Ts, et cetera, or maybe looking at your online sales and going, okay, where are things shifting? Like, or is it kind of a balance of both?
It's more of an internal design decision, I think. Yep. What do we like? What do we think the market needs more so than hearing from other people? Like I said earlier, like why we do the leather case with the rubber bumper, it's because that's what we want as consumers ourselves. So that's what we make. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, if you guys obviously have your own internal numbers and what's shipping and everything like that, and then you can kind of determine from there.
Yeah.
But a caveat to that would be, we definitely have also had some products that really have been sourced from our community. For example, our AirPods case, and it's kind of a
really good example. Yeah.
successor to that, the Pixel Buds case, which we worked with Google as part of the Made for Google on Pixel Buds. But the AirPods case, we started out just teasing renders across our different social channels of leather rendered over a just plain AirPods case. And people were like, yes, you have to make this. We love this. And we were all internally like, we didn't really think that anyone would care about this product. But I mean, it's become a super, super popular product for us. And I think now we're like, oh yeah, it's great. It was a great idea.
It's two pieces, top and bottom, because I don't have AirPods.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's two separate pieces. I don't have AirPods otherwise. Or I think I have my AirPods.
Yeah, it's like two pieces, top and bottom, like you said.
I didn't know that.
Design challenge too. Like making this, I remember because we were trying to make a seamless piece of leather, but then you get these weird folds, and I mean, but it was cool because the concept really came from our community, people who interact with us. So I think
that's a good point. Yeah.
Like telling a brand, you should make this product, you should make this product, but we do listen if it's something we can do.
Yeah.
I can definitely attest that people really do care about this AirPod case. Like the video I made has over 400 views, and I'm making affiliate sales off of it. So I'm like, yeah, they care. They care. So you guys hit a whole run with this one.
Yeah.
Shall we take a look at you guys' website? So maybe you guys talk about that a little bit, or
yeah, sure. Let's take a peek at it.
All right, let's take a peek at the website.
Actually, I wanted to ask you guys about this because it's right on the front page here, and you guys tweeted out about this, and I know a bunch of us have tweeted about this.
Mm-hmm.
Round of applause for you guys helping out essential business and stepping up there through your manufacturers to help out with some PPE materials and whatnot that are needed. So, what's the response been on both? I guess on the back end and both what we see in terms of you guys helping out that way.
Bryson's dealing with it on a more intimate basis than I am. I'll let him comment.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously a lot of different brands have looked at, hey, how can we take our resources, our manufacturing resources, and our distribution resources, and do kind of a wartime effort of making PPE and stuff. We it was just kind of it happened overnight for us, where it was like, oh man, this is a problem, and I think it for a lot of people kind of hit all of a sudden. And fortunately, we were in a position where we were able to ship PPE without using people in the U.S. So we didn't have to keep a workplace or our office open because we have a warehouse in Hong Kong, and they had already kind of passed through the ringer of the worst of COVID there. And now, that we've opened up in California a bit, we are also shipping our medical supplies, kind of with a small group of people out of our headquarters here in Santa Barbara. But the response has been awesome. I mean, I think from just getting to help people, which is always pretty cool, to all these people have reached out hey, I know this person, they need masks, or hey, our local hospital needs masks, or we had one of the taquerias here in Santa Barbara the other day message us hey, we got some masks that you guys had donated. We actually opened up during this time, so it's super hard for us, but just really happy to have support from another local business. So it's been really cool. I mean, it's obviously a tough time for everybody, but I think the good thing is you see a lot of goodwill from everyone about helping out and helping each other.
I think it's pretty awesome that you guys were able to transition that quickly from what you normally do to making PPE for the pandemic. So you guys are pretty awesome, man.
Thank you. Yeah, it was crazy. California started going into the stay-at-home shelter-in-place orders. We had a conversation on Wednesday of one week, hey, let's do this. And by Wednesday the following week, we were live on the website and shipping.
You guys were really quick. I remember seeing the tweet and I'm like, what? That was real quick. And
the other cool thing about it too is we've had stuff. Oh, what's up, Tech Odyssey? we've been able to price our stuff super low, so we're able to kind of combat the price gougers out there that are you see on Amazon or elsewhere charging like $3 to $5 a mask. Like the standard like 3-layer masks are like I think 60 cents each or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pricing low to help combat that issue.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing for us is, a lot of people unfortunately are like, hey, okay, now I can make, like, I'm going to just mark all this stuff up ridiculously because people need it. And, we were able to, because we have some control over our supply, like, no, we can actually sell this for what it costs right now and, keep the market lower, which is cool.
Yeah. And to date, we've done, I think, 10 million masks and over 2 tons of hand sanitizer.
Good for you guys.
That is amazing, no doubt. So is there anything on this website you guys want me to highlight and talk about? Or
Oh, man, I don't know. Let's check out the Nomadic, the blog, Bryson's baby.
Oh, yeah, this is my child here.
So we launched this like, what, Bryson, a year ago now?
Yeah, a year ago now. It's just had its 1-year anniversary.
Go ahead, Bryson.
Yeah, so this is our little blog. It really, honestly, a lot of it tracks my interests because I write most of it. But, we kind of range from doing things like, reviewing new iPhones or new Apple Watches to, endorsing and reviewing different apps to trying to tell stories about things that we do outside of our strict kind of nomad focus world. It's kind of an avenue for us as a brand to share like a lot of things that we're interested in because we're a pretty tight team. We hang out with each other a lot and, there's just kind of a lot of shared interests and it's fun. It kind of creates an avenue for us to share that. And, funnily enough, people actually seem to enjoy reading it. So
who's taking the majority of the photos?
It depends on the post. There's a couple that I've started doing that are interviews with different photographers that we've worked with. So that would be all their photos. Most of them are taken internally. I take some of them. We have a photographer that we work with who shoots a lot of our like Instagram and Twitter visual content.
Shout out James.
Yeah, Jamesy boy, shout out. He's awesome. He lives in Tucson. And then one of our designers who works at Nomad, he kind of started as a photographer. So when we first launched the blog, he kind of shot stuff with me, and we did that together. But it just depends, kind of on the post.
Your Instagram is really beautiful. It's one of those Instagrams where you look at and you go, I wish I could do that.
Aspirational. Sure.
yeah, this website is really well done. Let's see what we can see with some of the new products you guys got going on here. I've been seeing like this all black collection you guys got advertising on the Twitters and things.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're stoked on that.
Yeah, we're starting to try to build out more curated collections rather than just the standard, like, here's the AirPod Pro cases, here's the iPhone 11 Pro Max cases. Like more of a, like, here's the Jet Setter collection, or here's the all black collection, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, one of the ways we kind of think about our website is that it should feel more like a catalog, which, nobody really gets catalogs anymore, but that's kind of the feeling we're trying to capture is, you can really browse it and get a sense of like, okay, like these products go with each other. This is a whole idea behind this product suite, and this is what this is for. So that's really what we try to capture with the site.
Yeah, this Horween leather and all these leather products that you guys sell. Oh my God, smell good, look good, feel good. Woo, man.
We're gonna get the Horween guys on our Instagram live here in the next month or so. So you guys should check that out when we do. I think it'll be a really fun and enlightening chat for sure.
Yo, Mark Heck will be in heaven on here, man. All matte black, everything, matte leather black. Woo, man. Look at this.
You did a podcast with them recently, right?
I did, yes.
That's awesome. How long ago was that? It was a couple weeks ago, no? Or
yeah,
more than that. That's awesome.
I think it was last week, yeah.
Okay.
Marquez is practically a regular now. It seems like
almost.
All
right, so let's see. Well, I wanted to where's the charging. Power wireless.
What are you looking for?
Okay, let's talk some more about this base station. All right, so this is the new base station. Like this is my favorite Nomad product probably ever.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might see the price tag and think it's too high, but again, it charges 5 devices at once. It wirelessly charges at 10 watts. And look, you put your Apple Watch, AirPods, iPhone, And this one is better than the original one because you can almost put your product down here on any orientation and it'll still charge. So it is amazing. And these back ports here, I think the USB-C one charging that it delivers 18 watt power.
Yep.
And the USB-A delivers 7.5 watts. So everything fast charging pretty much. Whatever you plug in, it's all going to fast charge. I love this device. I absolutely love this device.
It's a 3-coil system, is it not? 1, 2, 3.
Correct, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you got a center coil. You can put your phone sideways.
If you grab a base station from us, we actually give a little 50% off our Kevlar cable lineup. I have one of our USB-C ones here. So you buy a base station, you get a cable for 50% off.
That's awesome.
It's pretty sweet. So
I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, and these cables are Zach kids approved. Okay, I'll tell you, they've tug of war over these things, and I found them using them and tying them up, and they still, as they say, take a licking and keep on ticking. And when my wife and I went to Mexico last year, we literally just packed just this one cable, so the 4-in-1, and we were able to charge all our devices. Yeah, brilliant. This is one of the best values right there. If you have different devices in the home.
Now the cables have been fun for sure. Bryson had fun shooting our promo video for it too.
I actually towed someone's car with one, so that was pretty cool.
I love these Kevlar cables, man. I love them. They deliver fast charge, and like they're long and they're strong. So my biggest problem with like those factory cables that Apple ships is that they get ruined so easily. But these Nomad cables, they're like tough. Like y'all said, y'all can pull cars with them. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. You know, along with them being so strong and the flexibility thing, this is gonna sound weird, but my favorite feature of these cables, and I hope other cable manufacturers are maybe listening, but this right here, this little rubber piece right here, so I can tie this up and put it away. Start doing this, everybody. Okay, start including this. Right, I love it.
All right, no, I guess.
I would say that's awesome. You guys brought up the cables. Someone was asking if we make C to Lightning cables, and we definitely do.
Yeah,
we have a 3-meter version that I got here, and then we also have a 1.5-meter version, USB-C to Lightning, fast charge.
Yep.
Seriously badass, total lifesaver.
Yeah, this is the C to Lightning right here. Yep.
Oh, cool. All right. I feel like cables are kind of like such a not nerdy product, but kind of.
It's nice. It's nice. Like for example, going back to DePote's comment earlier about how come you guys don't make a note case? How come? I mean, there's so much more than just cases that you guys do. There's wireless charging. There's cables. There's the wallets, the passport wallet. Like that's literally not even tech related. I love mine. I love it. When I went to Mexico, they're like, "Wow, this is nice." I'm like, you can't have it, but I mean, yeah, I love that passport wallet.
No, that was a fun product to bring to market. We've joked about it for years, and then finally did it, and I'm so happy we did.
That's a great product.
Which one do you have, Bryson? Do you have the traditional or the modern?
I have the modern.
Okay, cool. Same here.
Little microfiber lining, but yeah, I mean, I use it, whenever I travel, and I think a nice thing about this too is, like, I don't really carry much cash normally, but whenever I'm traveling, I always end up carrying cash, and it has tons of space for cash. And if you're a dual citizen, it will fit 2 passports, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I put both mine and my wife's passport in it when we were traveling. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so what I have highlighted here is my second favorite Nomad product practically of all time, my titanium watch band, which I refuse to take off, as you guys know. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Apple just came out with their Pride bands, and I'm like, I can't even get them because I'll never take this off. I'm not taking this off for nobody. I love this thing. It survived the elements. It's strong. It looks good. It's so good.
Viper, do you have the black one, or do you have the silver one?
Black one.
Okay, so I got the silver one, and even with the aluminum, so I have the silver aluminum Apple Watch. And even with the titanium band, yes, the titanium band's a little bit darker, but I've never had anybody question or because it's so seamless. And just the little things you guys put in here. So you guys also include with these bands the tool so you can change out, to take out or add links. Luckily, such a big risk here that I just left it. But I mean, you guys put just very subtle branding on the inside. There's nothing on the outside, so it's very clean. I know some people are sometimes sensitive about, I don't want a brand name showing whatever. There's no name on the outside, but it does say Nomad on the inside, and that's basically it. Says Nomad. It says titanium. That's it.
Yeah. As someone that used to work in a surf shop selling watches that need to be adjusted, I'm so happy that we're sending out adjuster tools with everybody's order. It was a bummer for people. They get a watch for a birthday gift or Christmas gift, or for themselves, and then they have to come back into the shop later and pay us like $5 to $10 to do the adjustment for them. The fact that we're sending out the adjusting tool, I think, is helpful for a lot of people. So hopefully everyone enjoys that.
No doubt. Like I said, if you guys want to go check out their site, I pasted it in the chat. Just go check them out. It is an affiliate link, so if you do buy anything, I do get a little kickback, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I love you guys. You guys make excellent products. I mean, you guys are actively involved with the creator community. So, I mean, I fully support you guys. Like I was telling you all, no doubt. Like I was telling them earlier, this is not a sponsored gig. I mean, I invited them on here and they accepted my invitation, and here we are.
Can we actually pull up the website one more time? I want to show off one more product real fast that we just launched a couple days ago, actually.
All right, let me go back there.
I think there might have been a comment about this product earlier. Yeah. So perfect.
All right, where you want me to go?
Go to Discover.
Discover, okay.
And then on the left side, you got new products outlet, free cable, wallpapers, puzzle.
Yep.
Click on the puzzle.
Puzzle, okay. Go to the puzzle.
So for good.
Here we go.
So we started making a puzzle. It's COVID times. People are stuck at home and bored and need something to do. So we figured what better thing to keep you busy than a puzzle, especially when there's none available, it seems. And best of all, $5 for every puzzle sale goes to Doctors Without Borders. So we're donating to good, giving you something to do, and it's definitely a little off the wall for us at Nomad.
How many pieces is it?
Bryson's working on one right now, actually.
1,000 pieces.
1,000?
I'm gonna get this for my mother-in-law. She's gonna love this.
Yeah, if you're a puzzle aficionado, it's a great puzzle. It's hard, honestly. 2 of our team members have completed theirs. They did it much faster than me, and I think I got it beforehand, so I'm really lagging. I'm not a very patient person, so.
And what's the picture there? Like, what is that?
That's in Chopu, which is in Tahiti, I believe. Yeah. So actually, this photographer that we did it with, I did an interview with him a couple months ago, right before COVID, which you can check out on our blog. But he's also a Santa Barbara-based photographer, and I believe when Mac OS X Yosemite came out, the background photo that it came with was one of his photos. I think it was Yosemite. He definitely had one of the Mac OS X background photos. So kind of a cool little Apple fun fact there to go along with the puzzle.
Nice.
Can I put you guys on the spot and ask what's coming up this year?
All kinds of good stuff.
Oh, okay. You can't. Come on, details. No, I'm just kidding. You don't. If you don't have to, but I mean, you really should. But I mean, you don't have to.
June's going to be a fun month.
Yeah, June. There's definitely some stuff happening in June.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think another thing to look out for, if you've been following us on Twitter and Instagram, a lot of people are asking about iPad Pro, and maybe we listen. So.
Oh! There we go. You got my attention.
Big link there, but yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the poet for the $20 super chat. He's going to have you consider doing a luxury line for limited runs like the Fold 2.
Ooh, interesting. We've talked about doing limited edition stuff. Device specific, though, I don't think we have discussed.
Yeah, I don't think this. We've talked a lot about doing something for like a wallet or an Apple Watch band, but yeah, not a Fold 2.
That's a great idea. I appreciate the thought there, and we'll bring it to the team. Like, the nice thing about Nomad is we are a small team, so like you're talking to Bryson and I in marketing right now, but tomorrow we're going to be talking. Not tomorrow, Tuesday, after the long weekend, we'll be talking with the rest of the product team and the CS team and everybody else. So it's one of those things that it's easy for us to surface to everybody else. So we'll throw it out their way.
And I'm just saying, for the people that are watching and listening,
Mm-hmm.
Based on what Chuck said about how June's gonna be interesting, that kind of lines up with somebody else's tweet recently that we saw in the last 24 hours, right, Viper?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to get in trouble.
So I'm curious. Obviously, you guys are your product guys. You're selling consumer electronic products in the tech space. But what do you guys personally like that's going on in the tech space? Like, do you guys have like a favorite cell phone, or obviously you can't really comment on like favorite brand because that would be that's not allowed. But what do you guys enjoy as far as consumer tech?
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what Bryson says because I don't have a good answer.
I really like GoPro and Moment as a company that we work with a lot. I really like photography, but I really like kind of the. I mean, I have a larger camera that I do use, but I really like how much mobile photography, and I kind of count GoPro as being part of that, and mobile filmmaking has evolved. So that's kind of my like tech zone of accessories that I like. And then, I mean, I'll say I'm happy to endorse another brand because we talk about other brands all the time. I really like I said, I think I like Moment. And then another brand that we look at a lot is Goal Zero. It's kind of different than us. They're more of a really solar and kind of, power your tools off the grid stuff. But they make some, big battery packs that you can keep your laptop powered off for days and stuff like that. And I really like that kind of tech. And that's a collaboration that we would love to have at some point if possible. But yeah, that would be my main thing. And I don't know, Chuck, what's your
I was going to say I'm the worst consumer electronics consumer in the world, but at least at Nomad. I have Apple Watch V1 or V0, I guess, an iPhone 8, AirPods V1. I'm never on the forefront of technology when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm always kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I'm curious to see what happens every month, every year with new phones that are coming out and everything else. If you want to get into like fishing gear and fishing tech, then I can nerd out a bit, but when it comes to consumer electronics, I'm a little bit antiquated, to be honest.
Wait. So you make products for some of the latest and greatest consumer electronics, and you have no urge to upgrade your own devices?
Well, I have the urge. I prefer to spend my pennies on fishing gear.
Okay, all right, okay.
I would almost describe them, Viper, how we've talked about the average tech consumer or the everyday enthusiast rather than like how we're nerds. Do you know what I mean? That's I think Chuck is a classic example of that. It's not a bad thing. It's a perfect example of like what runs the market. And that's huge hearing that from a manufacturer. You'd think that Chuck be all like, right. No, he's like, no, I'm gonna go fishing.
Yeah.
We have had people on our team who are like much more well versed in the tech ecosystem and everything that's coming out from gaming devices to new speakers to I think that's a good description, Zach, of Chuck and me. Is I like good products and nice stuff, but I'm not super personally invested in upgrading my ecosystem. Like I have SR, which I've had for a couple of years now, and I think it's a great phone. I mean,
and I think, like you said, like you guys have a good balance of that at Nomad. So, for example, when we were at the Nomad party in Vegas there at the MGM, I went up to Noah, one of your owners, and we're catching up or everything like that, and I'm showing him all these features on a competitor case, for example, and Noah's just like, can you show that to Brian? And then Brian like nerded out with me, right? So Noah's always been like the personable, I think kind of like presentation wise kind of thing. And then to me, Brian's always been kind of like the technical side. So it's a good yin yang kind of thing there. And then I mean, we've sort of seen the same sort of thing with you guys, and then with the gals there at Nomad as well. So
yeah,
that's a very accurate description. That said, I will give a big shout out to Sonos. I just got a new soundbar for my pad, and I'm stoked. And they're a Santa Barbara company, so I got to give them some love.
Has Nomad ever thought about doing like a rugged Bluetooth speaker? Because I think that almost makes sense in terms of the ruggedness and that we see from in the outdoorish type stuff that we see from you guys.
Yeah,
I did that. Like we haven't done that many collab products. Really, Moment is our big one, but to me that's something that we would love to collaborate with some sort of more well-known, or not necessarily well-known, but a speaker company that's really making quality speakers. The whole Bluetooth speaker market is super saturated. There's a lot of people churning out different ones, and I think for us, we'd really want to make sure we're making something that it is rugged, but also is of a sound quality that I think a lot of our customers expect, hey, if I'm getting something from Nomad, it's going to be like top notch. So we wouldn't want to have a speaker that's, sounds tinny or whatever. So it would be a kind of a collab product for us.
I mean, I could speak for both Viper and I. We get about 30 emails a day from, can you check out our Bluetooth speaker? Can you check out our AirPods ripoff kind of thing? So it, yeah, like you said, you would definitely have to bring something unique to the table, whether it's, you know, wrapped in Horween leather, drop proof or something like that. Right. So,
yeah.
All right. I don't want to keep these gents too long. They've been here almost an hour already. So if you guys got any questions for them, drop them in the chat so we can get them to them and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Han Solo 1911, you asked about military discounts. We do. Shoot an email to support@nomadgoods.com and they'll take care of you. And then someone asked Rolex collab. I don't foresee that one happening in the near future, unfortunately. But if anybody wants to throw a Rolex my way, I'll take it.
Hey Chuck, when you get a chance, can you put me on the list for one of those mouth pads?
Yeah, man. Shoot me after this so I don't forget. We're going into a long weekend here, so I'm gonna check out a little bit. But shoot me an email and I'll get you squared away.
Appreciate it.
it's Nomad Goods with an S, correct? I got it.
Goods, correct. Yeah. NOMADGOODS.com.
There we go.
Support is the prefix.
All right. Wow.
What we got? Someone asked about another case company. I don't know them, to be honest. So I can't comment on that. The Moment Nomad story. I honestly don't know what it is.
I do know what it is, actually.
You do? Okay. I know we love the brand Moment. We love everything they do. So it seemed like a perfect synergistic thing to do. But beyond that, I'm not certain. Bryson, I'll let you.
Yeah, so we actually, our relationship with Moment began because they were looking for a better partner to help them manufacture their cases. And we introed them to our case manufacturer, which is a super cool partner that we've had for a long time that we love. Like I visited them before in China. They're great. They're super awesome. Anyway, so that was how we kind of, we always like to tell other brands that we like, hey, if you're having an issue with this is what we've done that's worked. And, you know, we try to be kind of collaborative with people that are doing something cool. Like, you know, people are like, oh, is that your competitor? Are they your competitor? Like, no, our competitor is people making, you know, shitty cases that break or whatever. That's who we're like, oh man, not again.
Yeah.
But something like Moment is super cool. So we were able to build that kind of organic relationship from helping each other out. And then when we kind of had an excess of, I can't remember what case it was, but they were like, hey, why don't we just modify our tooling and we'll be able to put it in your case and we can do a collab. Yeah. And from that, our relationship has really just grown. We talk to the Moment team all the time and vice versa. And it's just cool to kind of, you know, work together on something and then see it grow and kind of, you know, collaborate with each other.
It's interesting when you go between the two websites, between like your website and their website, or even your Instagrams. They're so very, like you said, it's seamless. It's very similar. You know, you got this nice Nomad Horween leather, you know, whatever case it is, and then you've got the M lens attachment to it to throw your lens on there, and that's just it. Like you said, just that's very seamless. That's a great collaboration between two distinct brands.
And they're doing fantastic stuff too. So it makes sense to work together. So we're stoked to be part of the team with them.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions in the chat before we let these gentlemen enjoy their weekend?
It's a long weekend in the United States, isn't it?
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Weekend, yeah. For Nomad, it's a 4-day weekend technically.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
There you go.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys having us on. It's been rad chatting and catching up. Good to see you again, Zach. It's been a minute.
You too, man. You too.
And
Yeah, awesome. Viper, thanks for having us. Good to see you.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you guys both for joining me tonight. I appreciate it.
And we'll have to get you guys on the Instagram live here soon too for Nomad.
No
Yeah.
doubt, man. Just let me know.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Since you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to let them go. Again, thanks to Nomad. Thanks to Chuck and Bryson. Again, if you guys want to visit their site, please use the link in the chat that I just pasted there. It'll take you right to Nomad. It'll take you right to nomadgoods.com. It is an affiliate link, so I do get kickback if you buy anything. So they make great products. I swear by them. I showed
Buy a
you
bunch
guys.
of stuff.
Yeah, go buy a bunch of stuff, man. They make great products.
We
You
got
guys.
hats too if you guys need a hat.
Yeah, they got everything, man.
Buy a hat.
They got everything.
My kid stole my hat. It's upstairs though.
Oh, no, what you doing then?
Yeah, they like it. They like it.
Cool.
All right, but thank you, gents, and you have a happy Memorial Day, and I'll talk to you guys on the Twitter.
You as well, fellas. Take it easy.
Cheers,
Take care.
guys.
Bye.
One-on-one, me and Zach. What's up, Zach?
I think you need to get more brands on, man. Like
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Get the guys from Deity and all the other great brands that you've worked with. Like,
so somebody on Twitter asked today, could Dev from T-Mobile come on the podcast? And I said, hell yeah, you can come on the podcast. And he asked me what my openings were. I'm waiting for him to respond to me, so that might happen. So that'd be cool.
You met him in person 2 years ago at VidSummit. I got that great picture of you guys.
Yeah.
Man, I love those Nomad guys. I was hoping some of the gals would get on, but yeah, they're awesome. They're so supportive of the community, and they make great stuff, and they value every piece of feedback. Do you know what I mean? Right. So, and we've seen the improvements, and I can't say enough good things about them. So
actually, Jeff, let me tell you a little story. So Jeff says I need a deity mic. Fun fact: the microphone that I use for all my regular videos is a Deity VLAV.
The Lav is, yeah.
Yes. What happened was last year I was using the Blue Yeti to do my videos, and it died. So I think Roberto put out a tweet, or I think he tweeted at Deity.
That's what it was.
If they could help me out. Deity DM'd me and asked for my address, and they shipped me out a VLAV. I've been using that VLAV for all my videos since, and the VLAV is amazing. I would love to have Deity on here. I'll have to reach out to them and see if they'll be interested to come on here. I would love to have them. I use the Deity VLAV every video I do on the main channel, so that's the mic that you're hearing. I can definitely attest to the quality of Deity product, given I use that mic every day pretty much. So yes. Obviously I don't use it for the live streams and things because I'm using them to Shure, but for my regular videos, I've got the VLAV. Sounds great. And the one thing I love about the Deity VLAV is that it reduces noise in front of the mic and behind the mic. So it really just captures my voice. So I love the fact that if somebody's outside mowing the grass, or if I have the air conditioner on in the back, you will never know with that VLAV mic because of the noise production.
This is the one I use for all CES. So this is USB. It's USB Type C out to connect, and then I've obviously used a connector into the Lightning. But this thing is clutch right here, and I think I charged it maybe once the whole time I was at CES, the 10 days I was there, whatever. And it comes in this great packaging too for travel. This nice hard case. I can't remember which model this is, but this is their shotgun, right? So, really happy with this.
Oh, El Jefe, you use the VLAV for all your videos too. So me and Jefe use the same mic for our videos. Wow, that is pretty cool.
Genosis says, "Thought you were smelling the mic. What's wrong with it? It still smells like. It still smells good."
So Genosis says, "I saw Marquette with a new Carbon Ridge wallet, and I was like, Vyp hasn't said anything about this yet." I mean, I knew they had a wallet out. Actually, they had another new one out, but I think that was like uber expensive, and they stopped selling that one. But yeah, they have a forged steel or forged carbon fiber. I don't have that one. I don't know anything about it. I don't have that type of a relationship with Ridge. I'm pretty sure if I reached out to them, they would like send over some stuff like they did last time. But I mean, my carbon fiber is still going strong, so I don't really need one. But yeah, Ridge, I love Ridge wallet. My favorite wallet. It is going to take one hell of a brand to pry me away from my Ridge wallet, bro, because I love that thing.
These guys make one.
I know, but I love my Ridge is smaller and it's more compact, man.
It's funny you say that because I went from a Ridge to this only because Chuck threw it off to me, and I was like, what do I need a tile tracker?
I'm about to say, I do like the tile integration though. The tile integration is clutch.
It's nice too because you can actually take the tracker out of here and put it in something else if you want to or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. It's tough sometimes picking between your tech, right?
I know. Man, don't. Who are you telling, man? Who are you telling? So El Jefe says to using the VLAV and he add EQ and compression afterwards. I don't do anything, man. I just uploaded the Final Cut and editing. It's good to go, man. Let's see. So let's see. And Infernal One says, I appreciate you talking about your company and product. Well, yeah, they're gone. But yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, I invited them on here tonight. They accepted, and that's what it was. Wasn't sponsored, nothing like that. Although, like I said, the link that I pasted in the chat was an affiliate link. So there's that. But it was not a sponsored live stream. I just asked them to come hang, and they did. So that was cool. Like I said, it was funny when I was making the notes trying to figure out how many Nomad products I have around the house. Like, man, I got like 4, 5, 6 products. I'm like, damn, I didn't know I had that many.
They're all over my house. Like I said, when I was going through, I thought I had everything here in the studio, and I was like, oh no, this cable's here, and this one's over here, and the kids currently have my hat. and I couldn't find my key, but I know it's in my other office, and I realized, oh my gosh, I have a lot of Nomad stuff, and actually a lot of it I've actually purchased myself. But I mean, they're so supportive of the creator community. We'll just get these random emails from Chuck saying, hey, can I send this to you?
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Of course. And I love brands that are so integrated into the creative community like Nomad is. You guys have seen them all over Twitter. You've seen their product all over YouTube. That is natural, organic integration. Like I said, they're not overly pushy. When they send out products, they're not like, where's the video? Where's the video? They send it out, and whenever you put out the video, when you put it out, they don't care. They just send out the product. As long as you get it, they don't really care how you do it or what you do with it. They're very supportive of us as creators, and they support creators big and small. So Nomad, one of my favorite brands to work with. Glad to have them on the stream. And
I know that they appreciate any form of feedback or I guess if you want to call it promotion or review. So for example, with the base station stand, this is the new one. I never did a dedicated video for this, but I did a bunch of tweets and some Instagram stuff, and they were appreciative that way in order to get the feedback. So like you said, they fire it off, and they, whenever you get it done, get it done kind of thing, and they just want some fair feedback.
Yep.
And you talked to us as well, Viper, about how their Twitter is not overly pushy about check this out. And I think they send out maybe 2, maybe 3 tweets a day. When you think about the sea of tweets that are out there, maybe 2 or 3 tweets a day saying, here's our latest thing, check this out, or here's our PPE, here's a link, or here's how we're helping, here's a link, kind of thing. I'm gonna send an email and see if I can get that puzzle. Nice. I want to get that from my mother-in-law. I know she really dig that.
Yeah, I need that mouse pad though. I'm way overdue for a mouse pad.
The mouse pad? I love the mouse pad. It's big, but yeah, it's nice.
I don't care. I want it. Zach, I know. Zach, Hefe, shout out to Zach for making the Nomad intro at CES. Nice.
It was so funny because there's a different contact at Nomad. She sent me an email saying, can you make it? Fill out the form. So I did. And then Chuck reached out to me. He's like, yeah, will you be there? I mean, we need to meet in person. I'm like, yeah. And I said, by the way, can I add Jason, El Jefe, and a few other people I added to the list? He's like, yeah, bring them all. And they had a big suite, not one of the biggest there at the MGM, but a big enough suite of couches and everything, and food and drink and everything like that. And we all got to hang out. And Jason was there, El Jefe, Tech Odyssey, all of us. We missed Devin, CKID, by like minutes apparently. So it was a good time. I was there for like 3 or 4 hours that night. So and Battery Power says Zach knows everyone, I think. So a little background on myself for some people that may not know. I used to work for a cell phone accessories distributor here in Canada, and I took care of 2 very large territories. So I have a relationship with Nomad going back even before I started my channel. Yes, Travis was there as well. I have a relationship with OtterBox going back, and a lot of the brands that you see on my channel and that are popular out there. So going from doing the distributor thing to doing sales and marketing to doing this, it's been very seamless. So I've just basically reached out to those contacts and said, hey, I'm doing this now. So
Inferno One says, sadly, your review videos don't sound nearly as good as your podcast. Well, no, they don't, because I'm not using this mic in my videos. Like I said, I'm using the DADV lab. It still sounds pretty good, but obviously I bring out the big boy for the podcast and the live stream, because I pay way too much money for the mic to let it sit. But I don't use it in my videos. So
when I watch your videos on my phone, whatever, I can tell there's a difference, but it's not bad in my opinion.
Yeah, the V Lab is amazing. Like, I don't use this mic because it's too big and clunky, and you guys know I kind of move in my videos, so I need room. So the V Lab is a much better situation for me when I'm doing my regular videos. But the V Lab doesn't sound bad by any means. It sounds pretty good to me.
So pretty exciting that they're doing something for the iPad Pro, hey?
Oh, I'm about to be first on the list. Like, give it to me.
You just got the OEM thing, and you're just like, no, yo, give me the Nomad.
I don't care what it is. You give it to me. I will figure it out. I'll make it work.
I don't think I think it'll probably just be a folio type thing. I can't see them doing a keyboard. I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but that should be really nice, because for myself personally, I don't use a keyboard a lot. So Chuck, hook me up. He's still watching. He is.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I told you guys on Twitter, you never know who's watching your content. Like when I was doing that podcast with John and Matt the other night, I had no idea that Snatching That was watching until he said something in the chat. I'm like, wait, what? But Nathan Zach was watching, Don't You Know Beck was watching that podcast. I mean, you never know who's literally watching your content. And I don't care how many subscribers you have. It can happen at 50 subscribers or 5,000. You never know who is watching your content anytime, man. It's crazy.
I just watched Soldier's review on the TCL the other couple days ago. Really well done there, and Flossie had a good take on it as well, which I thought was interesting. So,
Greg, you are absolutely right. Different microphone for different jobs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I'm doing these regular videos, I am not using this. Plus, it's been kind of a pain to like convert the audio and edit. Yeah, I don't like dealing with that. Greg, when are you coming here tonight? Like, you've been on here the last 4 weeks, Greg. We can't break the streak now. So, Zach, what's going on with you, man? What you got going on in the world of Zach?
You know how you kind of like plan out your week and you're like, I'm going to do this, and get this done. No, none of it happened this week. So, hey, there's Sean there. I remember when Sean won an iPhone from me.
This is funny because this is the first time I've seen Sean in months. What's up, man? I've seen you on everybody else's live stream, and I haven't seen you in mine until now for like last 5-6 months. I thought he hated me or something. I'm like, they didn't do much hate me now. Like, he used to be here all the time, and now I see him everywhere else except my live stream. So I figured maybe he just fell out of Viper Touch. I don't know.
He took when he picked his color, he took the yellow one. I think the yellow iPhone 10R. I was looking at, you know how sometimes your Google Photos pops up with like memories. Right. It popped up recently saying, "Do you remember that?" You know, this kind of thing. So yeah, I had all these plans this week for these videos and everything, but I'm working on a collab.
You're working on a collab
with somebody that we both know.
Oh, okay.
Who likes to rant about tech.
All right.
So we're working on something. We had a little FaceTime meeting today and everything like that. So working on that. I've got this cheap tablet review thing to probably fire off later on this weekend. And I'm just kind of taking my time now since I got back. I mean, I'm going to pump out 1 or 2 a week, and I'm not going to really, I'm still trying to figure out the direction I want to go and everything. So
no doubt. Technically, T is out there. What's up, Technically T? How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh, so it's not me. Okay, I'm about to say, man, look, man, you disappeared for like 6 months. Like I said, I saw you on other live streams, but I hadn't seen you on mine for a while. I'm like, damn, you must have like just started hating Viper. I'm like, okay, I know what happened. I'm not mad. I know what happened, but okay, all right, cool. It's all good. It's all good, man. Greg, people are not sick of you. You're just making excuses. The people want you in the live stream, Greg. So what's going on, man? What's going on?
I have to say, like, so I'm scrolling through like the chat, for example. And the amount of green text,
I know, right?
Like members. Like, good for you, man. Good for you,
Crazy.
Viper. Like, I know that like your main channel has been a point of contention lately because it could be this, it could be that, and everything. We've always talked about this. Like, this is your strong point right here, live stuff and everything. And I don't know, man. Like, it's great to see that people jumped on it and are supporting you this way and everything. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Although I'm having the same issue with the main channel. With this one, I'm having with the main channel too. But I mean, this channel, I mean, I don't really care for much. I'm trying to get the main channel to pop off, but I mean, the thing about it is, it doesn't really matter as much as this channel. If this channel grows, because I know more people will find this channel via word of mouth. The main channel, I need the YouTube algorithm to do something what it's supposed to do, and it's just not doing what it's supposed to do. And getting on my nerve, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the changes that you're doing, you know, hopefully whatever you're doing right now is fixing it. Hopefully we'll see a change.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a day-by-day process, but it's nice to be able to not care about that over here and just come in here and have a chat. But yeah, shout out to all y'all that are channel members out there. We got What's in Your Pocket, Crystal White. I just saw who's the other one. Genosis, Tuvo O is in here. Greg is in here. It's still kind of Yates Network is in here. Still kind of makes me chuckle that Renee Ritchie's a channel member. That just blows my mind. But
so I have a completely different topic to ask you about. Okay, something that actually involves like sponsorship, like with YouTube channels.
All right.
So I don't want to mention the channels because they both make me sick to my stomach in terms of what and how they represent YouTube.
Ooh.
But there are 2 channels right now that are kind of going at it in terms of this person said this thing and this person said that thing, and they're bringing up a lot of drama, if you will. In fact,
think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. So, and one of those channels, when they were doing their expose or what do you want to call it, video on the other channel, they mentioned their sponsor.
Yep.
And that particular sponsor, out of it seems like out of pressure online and Twitter ended their relationship.
Yep.
Now, the other side of the story is that the person that was being targeted in terms of the video, they said that they ended the relationship. The bottom line is the relationship is over now between that sponsor and that person.
Yeah.
So, I guess I understand the one side of going after someone's pocketbook or whatever in terms of trying to hurt them or trying to get some sort of change. Maybe I don't support that. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I don't know if I believe in or understand why you would go after a sponsor. But I also think that a sponsor should know what kind of relationship they're sponsoring. Like they should know what the content and the perception, because your product is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So what is your that's such a loaded question. I've asked you so many things here. What's your thought about
all right. Like before we get to that, shout out to my man Renardo De Leon becoming a YouTube channel member. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Boom.
Actually, before I get into this, because I can really get into this. Where's that? If you guys are on an iOS device, you probably won't see the option to join because Google and Apple and that. However, if you want to become a channel member and you are on an iOS device, I am pasting a link into the chat that will take you to the join button. And there it is. There's the link. So if you do want to become a channel member and you're using an iOS device, just click the link and that should take you where you need to go to join Join Vyp Live. Now, getting into what Zach is asking about. I don't really know why Zach is not saying name, but I'm going to say name because it doesn't really, I don't care.
Go ahead.
So on one hand, we got H3H3 Production, Ethan, who made the expose video about Keemstar and how he used Etika's death. Oh no, he said that Keemstar was personally responsible for Etika's death. Like, whoa, dude, whoa. I mean, I know Keemstar isn't the saint of YouTube and he's been through a lot of his own drama, but accusing him of single-handedly being responsible for Etika's death is a line that just should not be crossed. And then in the process, H3H3 went after Keemstar sponsorship. Like, yo, G Fuel, why are you sponsoring this guy? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, dude. Oh, man. Shout out to Digital Flame for becoming a channel member. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you all supporting. Thank you.
Boom.
So, okay. So H3H3 has a beef with Keemstar. For whatever reason, he's accusing him of being directly responsible for Etika's death. For those of y'all that are not aware, Etika was a YouTuber, live streamer. He was a pretty big content creator on the platform and on Twitch. Unfortunately, last year, he took his own life. So, rest in peace, Etika. So, H3H3 accused Keemstar of being directly responsible for Etika taking his own life because Etika did an interview on Drama Alert and Keemstar was trying to like poking and prodding at him and things like that. But, I mean, I think they were joking because one of Etika's goals in his creative career was to be on Drama Alert. So he wanted to be there, okay? It wasn't like this fourth thing. Like him and Keemstar were cool. Etika wanted to be on Drama Alert, so he was on there. He was doing his thing. They were doing an interview. But okay. So even like, okay, so it's one thing for H3H3 to accuse Keemstar being involved in Etika's death. It's wrong. I don't agree with it. No way in hell. But okay, that's what you do. That's what you're saying. Okay. It's another thing entirely for any creator, for any reason, to go after somebody sponsored. That's a no-no. That is a hell no. You do not mess with somebody's wallet. That is just wrong on so many levels, especially coming from a fellow creator. You know how hard it is to make a living being a creator on this platform or any platform for that matter. You know how hard it is. Why would you mess with that man's money? So, you know, H3H3, he has millions of fans. He put that out there in the space, and then his fans started going after G Fuel. Now, I agree with Zach. G Fuel knew what they were getting themselves into when they signed Keemstar. They knew he was controversial. They knew he was, I mean, his channel is Drama Alert, for God's sake. Yeah, you know there's drama coming on. Come on, man. But
yeah, it's kind of like the armpit of, sorry, but despite what you may think about Drama Alert, to me, it's kind of like the armpit of YouTube. Like it's just... It's garbage. It's garbage content, in my opinion. But unfortunately, it gets the views and everything. It's crazy.
I respect Keemstar because no matter what you think of his content, he does a hell of a lot of research, and I respect anybody who puts the time in to do the research to be the best of their craft. He does a lot of research. Him and his team, And usually the information that he comes with is factual, so I respect him for that. But what I do not respect, regardless of what the situation is going after somebody's sponsorship and messing with their money. You do not put your hands in another man's pocket like that. That is just wrong. I don't care what the situation is.
But shouldn't there go like you said, like G Fuel knew what they're getting into? Don't you think there should be? And I'm not putting, I guess, like, should there not be more of a responsibility on G Fuel's end? Again, I'm not placing the blame at them on knowing what the content like they're attached to.
Yes, but here's the thing. This is 2020. We are in the land of current YouTube apocalypse. We can have an apocalypse at any moment in time on YouTube right now because these advertisers are so sensitive. But think about it like this. You got H3H3 sending his entire army at G Fuel coming at their necks about their association with Keemstar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I mean, you got to think about it from their perspective, right? Yes, they knew what they were signing themselves up for when they got into bed with Keemstar. But when you are in a particular moment in time and you have a lot of your potential buyers or a lot of your fans are coming at your neck because of this negative perception, whether it be right or wrong, they're coming at your neck right now because of their perception of this guy that you are backing.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter if G Fuel knew what they were signing up for or not. Right now, in this current moment in time, Keemstar is viewed as a villain. Whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. The problem for G Fuel is that because Keemstar has that perception of a villain, their continued association with G Fuel could cost them money. Mm-hmm. Whether it be right or wrong, it could cost them money. And anything as a brand that could potentially take dollars off your bottom line is bad. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. As a brand, you have to make that decision right there to cut bait. Now, Keemstar said he went to them and cut the relationship. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know who. It doesn't matter. The relationship is done. But as a brand, you always got to protect your bottom line. That's what they're going to do. Obviously, a brand's objective is to make the most money possible. And anything that is going to affect that bottom line has to be dealt with immediately, whether it's right or wrong. And I don't agree with it, but that's just the nature of the business.
Yeah, and I think G Fuel has always been fine with the relationship. Like you said, I'll admit as well. For the few Drama Alert episodes I've watched here, it seems like Keemstar does do a lot of research and everything. Although sometimes it's, in my opinion, just the way the delivery is and everything like that. But I guess you have to look at his audience. The way it's delivered is kind of like sensationalized. But that being said, G Fuel knows what they're getting into. But as soon as things like suicide, mental health, and the kind of the accusations, that's when things kind of cut, right?
Yep.
I mean, okay, Drama Alert. I mean, the channel's called Drama Alert. They know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
But once you get into those real sensitive topics,
yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
They got to cut bait because they gotta save their brand reputation. It's all about brand perception. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's wrong, because obviously me and you know that Keemstar had nothing to do with Etiquette's death. Mm-hmm. But just because a large portion of the population is now viewing Keemstar as the villain, G Fuel is forced to take action because those are buyers out there that are going to feel some type of way if they don't do something. So unfortunately, their hands were tied and they had to do something. Shout out to Sean Williams for the $10. I appreciate the explanation. I was just messing with you, man, but I do appreciate you clarifying, even though you didn't have to, man. You didn't have to, but I appreciate you. Inferno is asking, Viper, are you going to be uploading the live stream with Matt and Johnson podcast? Yes. The issue is that I have recorded so many podcasts lately that I'm kind of behind. So the episode with John and Mac was episode 83. Today, I just uploaded episode 79 to the podcast. So now 79 is out on all the podcast outlets. I'm only doing one podcast every other day because I don't want to put out a podcast every day because then it becomes content overload. So usually I was doing them once a week, but I recorded so many in the last 2 weeks that I'm forced to put them out at a more frequent pace because then if I don't, they get outdated. So
I would do it every 3 days rather than every second day.
Well, like I said, I got so many. I don't want to keep them waiting that long. But now I have so many that I have to put them out at a more frequent rate. So I'm putting one out every other day. So probably by the middle of next week, the episode with John and Mac will be out on all the podcast outlets. So keep out for that one. Probably at the middle of next week, that one should be out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, I've recorded so many. It's getting kind of crazy. But I am doing a good job of editing them. So you
just put out 79, and that was number 83. So you got like 4 in the backlog. Yeah, that's awesome. Dude, that's awesome. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah,
you got a backlog like that. That's great. So
it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I know that that you and I and Jason we're trying to work on one with a particular brand maybe coming up next week or the week after. We're trying to figure out the date and time and everything like that.
Yeah,
so
I'm kind of ruining it.
Yeah, no, that'll be a good one if we can get them on, because they're good people as well. So
yeah, like I'm sorry, Jason. I don't sit around when I'm not podcasting with you, bro. I'm busy. I'm busy. What do you want me to do? I'm busy here. Joseph said, "Vyp, what's your process of the audio version? Do you edit it or anything?" Yeah. So basically, what I do is I throw it into Final Cut Pro and I edit out all the long pauses, or I just make it seem like a more natural flow. And me personally, I hate the word and I say it a lot, and my guests say it a lot. So because they say it a lot, I go back and I try to edit out all the because I hate it. It just sounds unnatural, especially for a podcast. It's more tolerable in a video, even though I don't like it in video either. But especially for a podcast, I hate the word So I'm editing out all the I'm cutting out all the long pauses, the breathing, things like that. So yeah, I do go and edit those podcasts.
can you give us a preview of who is showing up on Ladies Night on Sunday?
Yeah, actually I can. So I told you guys earlier, but some of you all might have just got here, so I'll let you know what's going on next week. Your boy's busy again next week too, but this Sunday night is a holiday, obviously, because Monday Memorial Day here in the U.S. So on Sunday night, we are having Ladies Night here on Vyp Live. I got Shannon Vlog coming. I got Shannon Moore coming. Shelly Saves the Day is coming, and Romina is coming. And I got that will leave one slot open, so I can find somebody else to fill the last slot. Then that's it. But yeah,
you got Snubs coming? That's awesome.
Nothing's coming. Yeah.
That's
so
great.
Shannon Moore is coming. So yeah, we're gonna be hanging out. I think that starts at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. I think that
I met her at CES. What a sweetheart. She's awesome.
Yeah, I thought a picture of you and her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg wants to be on a ladies' night. Greg is crazy.
Of course he is.
So yeah, so Sunday night is ladies' night. So we're gonna be hanging out since nobody has to work the next day. So that'll be a fun live stream with the ladies. On Wednesday evening, I got a podcast episode. That'll be 85 with Tech with Brett. So Tech with Brett is coming, longtime YouTube creator, dude is blowing up, doing big things on the platform. Next Thursday, we got the legendary iPhone coming to Vyp Drive. That is gonna be a lot of fun. That dude is hilarious. I cannot wait to talk to him.
You said you recently had an interaction with Snazzy Labs, right?
Oh yeah, he was in the live chat when I was interviewing, talking to John and Mac.
You should reach out to Snazzy Labs.
I did. Like somebody asked, like right then and there. They were like, "Yo, can we get Snazzy Labs on Vyp Drive?" So I said during the podcast, I'm like, Quinn, if you want to come on and talk to me, you're more than welcome to. He said, "Yeah, man, anytime." So I'm just waiting for him to tweet me back. I sent him a tweet, but he hasn't responded yet.
And I'd love to see you get Zach from Jerry Rig Everything on here, and even his wife, and I can't remember her name. I'm sorry,
Cambry.
Yes, Cambry. That's right. I'd love to see you get both of them on, because I love the way that he's kind of added some extra spice to his content lately. So the garden that's off the grounds, that's so that Cambry can properly access it, the elevator they put in the home and everything like that. But he still has his teardowns and everything on the videos, right? So I love seeing what how he's integrated her with the channel now.
Yeah, he's the man. Like Zach is the man. That's like I told y'all. That's a big dude. That boy from Malton got Malton, man. That dude is huge.
Guns. He's got the guns.
No doubt, man. Guns. Let's see. Oh yeah, Tech for your needs. iPhone is coming next Thursday night. He will be here on Vyp Drive. That is a done deal. Let's see. Sean Williams said Greg needs to come be on the night. Come on, how often does someone actually want to see you guessing it? Oh wow. Oh, shots fired on the pod. Shots fired on the live stream. Wow. Ouch, son. Damn. Oh my goodness. Yo, Greg is invited anytime he wants to come on. I think Greg wants to. I don't even think Greg wants to come on here tonight. He's been on here the last 4 weeks. I think Greg wants to take a break, which I understand, because sometimes you just want to sit back, relax, and watch or listen to the live stream. You don't want to be in the live stream all the time. So I understand. I won't bother Greg tonight, but if he wants to come on tonight, the spot is open, dude. But I mean, like I said, sometimes you just want to sit back and relax. So I'm gonna let him relax.
I was going to say really quick here. We got LeBaron and Burton Popcorn Man in the chat. Oh, he's been sending out popcorn. It seems like for every time I scroll through my feed, because I got dark mode on my phone, lights out, like those green packaging for the popcorn world totally shows up. I'm like, oh look, somebody else got popcorn. Oh look, somebody else got popcorn. It's awesome.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have 5 weeks in a row, Greg. Okay, I'm okay with this. All right, Greg wants the link. Y'all got him. Y'all got Greg.
Is he gonna steal my background again?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, he probably upgraded since the last time.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, the link is in your Twitter DMs. You know the procedures. You know what to do. Welcome back for the 5th time in a row. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? Let's see. Michael Pepper says, LB, I'm waking. He said he's making his wife wait for the popcorn until he gets his video done. All right. Oh yeah, and at some point I'm gonna have LeBaron Burton to get on my podcast too. That's no longer overdue. We need to have that happen. Me and him practically disagree on almost everything, so that'll be fun.
I'm interested to know, like, did he keep his shops open through all this, or
yeah, I think he's been in business. Yeah.
Okay, or did he focus more on online and everything like that? So
I mean, I'm pretty sure he had, but I'm pretty sure his shops have been open. Yes.
That's a good talk with him. He knows his stuff.
Yep. So what else is going on? Oh yeah. So I did the video on the main channel I think yesterday about my week with the iPad Pro 2020. Loving it. Apple just released an update to iOS 13.5. So I need to go back and do more battery tests on the Magic Keyboard now that they've made some tweaks to that. So that'll be cool.
Did you recently get a watch update? Because mine just recently updated.
Yeah, they updated WatchOS too. Yes.
I'm not sure what changed, but there's a watch update. So
yeah, I think. I don't think much changed on our end. I think they added the ECG feature to more countries like Saudi Arabia. So that's what changed.
Okay.
The availability of the ECG to more countries overseas. But as far as front-facing feature for me and you, nothing really changed, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But hoping to get LeBaron on here at some point. Like I said, we got Tech with Brett. We got iPhone Dough coming up. I'm still trying to work out something with Dev from T-Mobile. Yeah, like I said, your boy Viper stayed busy. Oh, and thanks to Greg, I found out that this podcast, my Vyp Drive podcast, is now 193 on Apple Podcasts and the tech set.
I was going to say that's some tweet.
Yeah, like that's the first time my podcast has ever topped the cracked the top 200 in tech podcasts. So pretty excited about that.
That's awesome. Are you getting without giving? I don't want you to give away financial details or anything like that, but are you getting more sponsorship opportunities and everything like that with the podcast? Or I have never gotten an actual like sponsorship from the podcast. Anchor used to do a sponsorship program, but they kind of quit that a few months ago. So I make practically. Well, I won't say I make no money off the podcast because I do make money every time I do it live on YouTube and you guys super chat. But other than the super chat, I make no money off the podcast. So, Are you still distributing via Anchor?
Yes,
because I know our friend Andrew Edwards says that's where people go to like their podcasts die, and I don't know if that's completely accurate.
I mean, yeah. Here's the thing. Number one, Anchor is so easy because they distribute it to pretty much every major podcast outlet. Like. Because I'm going to Anchor, my podcast automatically, every time I hit publish, it automatically goes out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Overcast, Stitcher, podcast outlets. I don't even know what it is. I think it goes out to 9 to 10 different podcast outlets. So my podcasts are all over the podcast space. So I'm cool with Anchor for that. I understand what he's saying though, because you know Anchor is still a relative unknown. But for me, just the distribution network alone is enough to keep it on there. And plus, unfortunately, it is extremely difficult to move our podcast from Anchor to somewhere else because you don't have direct access to the podcast email that is set up. They set up one automatically, and they're the only ones to have access. So if I want to move it off of Anchor, it will involve an email to them, and I don't really feel like going through all that, and it's not really necessary. But I don't know. I don't think it should be a big problem. I mean, I think that if a sponsor wanted to look at my podcast and the podcast body of work, if they don't want to sponsor just because it's on Anchor, even with my body of work, then hey, obviously aren't included enough. But
what are your thoughts on Joe Rogan's inking? And apparently, according to Mac rumors, Apple is trying to lock up things, and now podcasts are starting to go and exclusive here, exclusive there. What's your thought on that?
I don't like it. I don't like it. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of a podcast. The whole nature of the podcast infrastructure is availability. Like, it's so cool that when you put out a podcast, you can practically put it on any podcast outlet you want, as long as you apply to be put on that podcast, or you use a service like Anchor that does it automatically. But the whole premise of podcast in itself is for a potential listener to be able to access your podcast on any whatever outlet they choose to use. So I know that 72% of the people that consume my podcast do it on Apple Podcasts, but that was gonna be
my next question. Is what's the distribution breakdown for yourself?
Right. So I know that 72% of the people that listen to Vyp Drive listen to it on Apple Podcasts, but that still leaves 28% that don't listen to it on Apple Podcasts. So I don't want them to be shut out. So I don't know the exact breakdown for the rest of the people, but some of them are listening to it on Spotify. Some of I think 1% of them maybe on Google Podcasts. So there are other services besides Apple Podcasts being used to listen to my podcast, and I don't want to shut them out. So I don't think I would ever go exclusive, just because I want the most amount of people possible to be able to listen to my podcast. And I know that even though 70% of the people listen to it on Apple Podcasts, if I made it exclusive to Apple Podcasts, I would still lose listeners. And I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I guess, but then again, I'm not getting paid $100 million either. So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I don't know.
Do we know
right
what
now?
Do we know what the numbers were that Rogan got?
It's probably at least 100 million, at least.
Yeah. You gotta wonder, like Spotify is free. And then you only get like so many skips per hour, or you can only do so many playlists and everything. If people just download Spotify to just listen to Rogan, is it really that big of a deal? I mean, I guess I understand. I completely understand, and I agree with the whole, it should be open for everybody. But I mean, when we started seeing shows and CBS Access and NBC, and now obviously Netflix is the original, or kind of like the original streaming service, and you got obviously Disney Plus. I think it was only natural in terms of media that this would start to happen, right?
Yeah, I mean, and Spotify, like I said, for whatever reason, and I don't know why exactly, but for whatever reason, most podcasts are listened to via Apple Podcasts. Mm-hmm. So Spotify had to make the move because they're at the bottom of the totem pole in podcasts. Yeah. So now this kind of brings them to more relevancy because now they have the #1 podcast in the world exclusively on their platform. And they got them locked down. I don't know how long he's locked down. I've heard like it's only like a year right now, but I mean, who's to say they want to extend that out longer if it does well? And I don't know, but I mean, it's a good move for them because it gives them more market share. But I personally like the idea of having podcasts available to whoever, whenever.
This is almost like a parallel to like Ninja going from Twitch to like Mixer kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. And then it should be interesting to see how many people actually move over, and then the statistics of downloads and everything like that. Like I know for myself personally, like I pay for Spotify Premium. So I listen to Spotify here on my Mac, and I listen to Spotify on my Android. But when it comes to podcasts on my iPhone, which is somewhere around here, I use Apple Podcasts. But when it comes to music on my iPhone, I still use Spotify. I just prefer, I like their algorithm, which in terms of like recommendations and playlists. And I like how you get like that list every month or every 6 months, like here are the songs that you listen to most. And to be fair, I've never given Apple Music a fair shot, but I mean, I'm already paying for Spotify and I get it across all my devices and everything like that. So.
Yeah. So Janosen says top 200 out of 8 billion people. It doesn't work that way. I don't know how many podcasts are out there, but I'm pretty sure there's not 8 billion podcasts. So I am the top 200 out of however many tech podcasts exist on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah. I was going to say, how many tech pop? How many are
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably a whole ton of metric ton. I don't know what the exact number is. But again, it is cool to be in the top 200 in the U.S. anyway. I'm actually ranked higher in other countries. So that's pretty weird. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad to see people who are taking to the podcast. On my end, Anchor doesn't give us like hardcore analytics, but we do have some baseline analytics, and I can see that the podcast is growing every week. So,
are you going to take the Nomad portion of tonight and make it into a podcast?
No.
Okay.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. That will be for Friday Night Vyp purposes or whatever. So, gotcha. I mean, I got enough podcast material. I still got to work on, man.
I understand. Well, have you ever dabbled into YouTube Music?
You know what?
I tried, man.
I'm a little frustrated by this because I use Google Play Music. I mean, obviously, my main music platform is Apple Music, but when I'm using an Android, I like to use Google Play Music. Mm-hmm. But now that's being taken away from me, and I have to somehow figure out YouTube Music, which is just whatever. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'll deal with that.
Apparently, there's a way to migrate playlists and this and that, but I'm not sure how it works with uploaded music. So for all my Google speakers, like I've got a Google Home speaker here, and I've got the big boy upstairs and everything. That's all running Google Play Music because my kids are constantly asking for like Kitty High Five and stuff like that. Right. But then on my Mac and everything, I use Spotify, like I said. But now, like you said, that's all going away, right? Yep. So now I have to tell the speakers to use Google or to use YouTube Music. YouTube Music is I don't want to say it's bad, but it's just, it feels like it needs to be more polished. Like I guess I appreciate the fact that I can open it up on my phone and I can either watch the music video or I can listen to it, right? And to me, if I wanted to watch music videos, I'd go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a weird integration.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, let me see. I'm not saying top 200 is bad. Like I said, right now in the US, my podcast is ranked 193. They only count like the top 200 or 250. So to be in the top 200 out of all the tech podcasts on Apple Podcasts, it's astounding. I never, in my wildest dream, thought I would have a top 200 podcast. I didn't even know I was going to have a podcast for that matter. So
you know what a lot of people usually do is because if they want to find like new podcasts, they'll go to the bottom, right? And now you're in that bottom, right? And even though it sounds bad, but okay, this guy's rising. Like, who is this Vyper guy?
Right. Yeah.
Prepare your earbuds, right?
It's crazy, man. Wait a minute.
We got Mr. Greg.
Oh no, Greg's not here yet. I don't know where he's at. He's taking his time.
Okay.
No, so Google Play Music is going away. They are converting into YouTube Music. So I think at the end of this year, Google Play Music is going away completely, and all that's left will be YouTube Music.
Yeah, they're migrating it in, and right now, depending, like I tried doing the migration here, but because I'm in Canada, I think it's locked for whatever reason. But if you're in the United States, apparently you can open up the YouTube Music app on your phone, and it'll recognize that you have Google Play, and it'll ask you to convert and move over your playlist and everything. But the question is, and I haven't read a straight answer about this. If you've uploaded music to Google Play Music, for example, like does that go away? So I don't know.
Hey, Teddy T, no doubt. I always say, man, hard work pays off, and I've been grinding with these podcasts. Like I said, usually I'm putting out one a week, but I've recorded so many lately, I've had to put them out more frequently. So now I'm putting one out every other day. So it's like, man, I'm just trying to keep up. And like I said, I have to edit them and put them out as quickly as I can. Otherwise, they become outdated. So I don't want them to become outdated. So I'm trying, like I said, number one, I don't want to put out a podcast every day because that's like content overload. But I can't wait too long because, like I said, then they become outdated. So in a way, the pandemic has almost really helped you because you're at home and then you have a little more flexibility. Do you know when you're going back into your office? Have you been told? Well, they want to start the process in June, but even then, they don't know exactly how it's going to work because whether I go back into the office depends on if my executive clients are going back to the office, and I don't think they're going to be rushing back anytime soon. So, if sometime between June and July, I'll be going back. But even when I do go back, it won't be like a full time. It'll be like more of a rotational thing. So, as far as going back into the office like full time, I don't know when that's going to happen. If it even will happen this year, who knows? But
yeah, you're fortunate. You're fortunate to be in that position where you can do like 90% of your job remotely anyway, right?
Yeah, even though they say that that's not our job thing, and we were supposed to be in the office. But like I said again, that depends on if our clients are in the office. So right now we're at home. I'm working from home, and I'm doing my YouTube stuff. And the good thing is that everybody else is at home too, so it's easier to lock people down. But let's bring in this dude who thought he was gonna take this week off, but that's not happening. Mr. Greg Gadget, what's up with the shades? What's up, bro?
Look at that.
Look at that background, though. Wow.
I was just trying to enjoy my one night off. I have been busting my butt over here every day this week, and I was just trying to enjoy my one night off, relax like I do every Friday, turn on Friday Night Vyper, listen to the show, and apparently that's not good enough for the people in the chat. Apparently, they want me here. So here I am. I had to take a break away from all this hellacious Hollywood paradise that I'm in while everyone else is slumming it. And here I am. Now you, Sean Williams, specifically in the chat, you said I should be on. Now, Sean, if you're dealing with this, are you coming on the show? I don't think so. We're talking about brands and influencers. You're looking at the ultimate digital influencer, Nomad. They got my number, so send over the mouse pad, send over the Horween leather cases, send over the base station, send over everything. Maybe I'll take a look at it, Nomad. Maybe. I'm a busy guy.
Chuck's watching going, who the F is this guy?
Well, he's watching and he's seeing my beautiful palatial palace and he's going, we got to get Nomad in that house immediately.
Oh, God. This is great. Hey, I tried to give you the night off, but the crowd said, no, we won't, Greg.
I'm not mad at you, Vyper. I'm mad at the chat. I'm mad at the chat. So mad at the chat.
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
How you doing tonight, man?
Well, I think you know how I'm doing, Vyper. I was just trying to relax and, enjoy my one day. You know how hard I have to work to afford a place like this?
What does Greg do to relax? What does that look like?
Oh.
It's a PG show.
Yeah. I'm on the deck back there, laying out, enjoying the sunset, which is, as you can see, it has already set. Take a dip in the pool, go for a couple laps. That's a relaxing day for me.
What is that on your jacket you're wearing?
Excuse me?
Your jacket. What is that logo or whatever it is on there? What is that?
Oh, this is a jacket for internet soldiers only. So
Internet soldiers only, huh?
this is the official internet soldier jacket.
Looks like some type of cyberpunk thing.
Yes, you can call it that. This
So
is
I
my
see you.
influencer jacket.
So I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I see you finally got out your iPhone SE review. Finally, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
I
job.
spent a long time on that one.
Yeah. I was asking you about it like for days. Like, Greg, when you go put it out? You're like, I'm still working.
Yeah.
Let me guess. He recommends it.
No.
Oh.
I recommend it a lot.
Yeah. So our buddy Greg here currently at 82,600 subscribers.
That's right.
So he is rolling. He's rolling,
right.
rolling in the sub, man. I'm telling you, by the end of the summer, maybe even sooner, you're gonna hit that 100K. You better have a plan, man.
I think September.
I think it'll be there before September.
Before September? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Especially if he hits trending again. He hit that trending again. You never know.
Right. Number 36 trending on YouTube.
Did you ever figure out like what triggered that or like how you did that? Or like
Lots of views. Tons of views at once.
okay.
That's what triggered it.
Did you have a lot of external traffic for that? Like when you looked at your traffic sources?
No.
No?
All YouTube.
All search.
Hey, Greg.
I think a lot of search.
Greg, what is your take on popcorn?
Popcorn?
Do you like popcorn?
I'm a popcorn guy. I like popcorn.
All right, you need to hit up my man LeBaron so you can send you some popcorn. You will not regret it.
Got all those flavors. It's got all-
Strawberry cheesecake is where it's at.
250 of them, Greg. 250.
Well, I mean,
Strawberry cheesecake and the caramel salt. I think it's salted caramel. Oh my god.
LeBaron, the popcorn has a good home here, so it'll take some nice photos here. The popcorn.
You gotta love Aaron to figure out the whole shipping thing. This whole US thing is baloney. We need I know shipping costs are expensive, but come on, man. Let's get up to Canada here.
So, Greg, what brand shades are those that you're currently wearing?
These are custom 64 glasses.
Custom 64. What does that mean?
Not even a lie. Yeah, that's not a lie.
It's 64 the brand?
That's right.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Custom. Mega 64.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So he's
Internet
all fancy. He's fancy. Yeah, our man LeBaron said just hit him up, Greg. He'll get you squared away.
Did John ever give him the popcorn flavor?
No, I don't think they're doing anything with that. John, as you know these days, John's a busy man.
I think you make him like, I'll speak for John. I am the mouthpiece of John. I am the mouth of John. You ever see the Lord of the Rings, the mouth of Sauron? I am the mouth of John. So I'm gonna make the flavor for John, considering he's so busy. I will do that for him.
Yeah, you do that for
There is a flavor for John. Jerk.
him. Oh,
Come on, John. We do that.
I think we make it like an apple flavor popcorn.
Hmm.
Apple drip. Apple drip. Maybe some caramel kind of thing.
Speaking of podcast, Greg and Travis are at 93. I think I saw them last, so they're doing good too.
We should
Top
be at
100.
We should be at number 1, but we're being suppressed, and I'm not. I'm not a fan.
You're being held down, huh?
That's right. Tim Cook himself is putting us down. No, I have sources on the inside that are saying that to me. That Tim Cook.
Woo! He
He's going
paid
to-
$327 to ship to wherever content creator. Damn! Wow!
Whoa!
Sweet Jesus!
Whoa!
Damn, dude, you a real one, LeBaron. That's rough. Ouch! Damn! Whew. So, Greg, any special plan for your holiday?
No.
No?
No holiday for me. I'm gonna be working.
I would add Zach, but Zach is in Canada, and it's not really a holiday for Canada. So it's a regular weekend for
I'm
him.
gonna stay inside.
Last weekend was our holiday, our long weekend up here. So
Oh, okay.
weird like that. We do things before you guys.
Oh, you know what? So let's ask Greg what Zach asked me earlier. Greg, are you aware of the situation between H3 and Keemstar?
What a mess.
Like vaguely aware.
Okay, well, let me just ask you a general question. What do you think about one creator going after another creator sponsors?
I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I don't know.
You know.
No comment.
How you not? You mean you don't have a comment?
No comment.
That's not an answer.
No comment from me. I don't know. I want to get rid of Travis's sponsor, so no comment.
Was that permanent sponsors? I can't. I don't remember.
I think it's I mean, anyone could go after anyone's sponsors all they want, and maybe you shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, the sponsor is going to look at the content and go, wait a minute. Do we really want to be a part of this? So people try and get people to get their sponsors ripped off all the time, whether or not they're high profile as H3, whatever. But at the end of the day, if the sponsor looks at you and your content's, if it's fine, if there's nothing wrong with it, they're not going to pull the sponsorship. Mm-hmm. It's only if there's an issue. So.
Well, technically, there was no issue here, but H3 made it an issue when he pretty much blamed Keemstar for good stuff.
Well, I mean, Drama Alert has done a lot of questionable things, so the sponsor might just take a second look and go, do we really want this? Do we really want to sponsor this guy? Do we want our brand to represent this?
I don't think there would have been any change or Keemstar walking away or G Fuel walking away unless I think it's a direct result of everybody tweeting and tagging and everything like that, right? Like, right? Because if you did a search at G Fuel or whatever it is, then you'll see, tons of accounts and big accounts and another example of kind of like public backlash, canceling, whatever you want to call it, would be there's a story, there's a video out there right now of a couple FedEx drivers trying to deliver. Okay, so I found out this information today. So the video basically picks up with this guy going off on two FedEx drivers. They're trying to deliver stuff. Okay, and there's exchange of words and and then apparently FedEx quote unquote fired these two guys. But these two guys were actually employed by a third party that FedEx actually employs. Mm-hmm. So it was actually the third party that fired these two guys, but FedEx hired them on as actual FedEx employees. And that's the other part of the story, or that what's coming out right now that people need to get attached of. But because you see FedEx colors and everything like that, everybody's like, cancel FedEx, and it's like, no, hold on. It wasn't FedEx that fired these guys. It was the third party. So there's that other side of that story there. So
yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
optics and context are huge and stuff like this, but unfortunately, it's just outrage culture, right? So
all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I heard those same details, like Zach, like you were saying, it wasn't FedEx who fired them. It was that third party who fired them because they were contract drivers. They weren't FedEx employees, but now they are FedEx employees. So FedEx comes out looking kind of good.
It actually worked out for them because they're actually going to be making more money now.
Right.
But unfortunately, there's still a lot of people out there that don't know the full context, right? Because they're going off a snippet of video or whatever, right? It's so easy just to do a hot take and this and that, and right, without having all information. And I think everybody at one point or another is guilty of that, right? So context matters. Facts.
As I told Andrew Edwards when he was on my podcast last week, when I first started off being a YouTube creator, I might have been guilty of a hot take video or two without doing all of the research. But as I've grown as a creator on the platform, I've learned that that's a no-no. And now I make sure I do all my research before I put my thoughts out in a video, because if I don't, I'm going to get lambasted by my audience, who's probably smarter than me anyway. So, got to do research.
It's kind of like the Zone of Tech video. So Daniel there, the Zone of Tech brought out that video a few days ago about his dealings with Apple. And I thought that was a legitimate question that the Apple representative asked him. How can you do a review or put out a video about this product without having it, right? And so it's very interesting to understand the context of the relationship, if you will. And like I said in my tweet reply there, the ghosting, the email ghosting is what ticked me off the most about that. So especially
No, the thing that's weird about that is that the first time they invited him out to London, but nothing ever came of it. I'm like, why would you invite him out to London if you're not going to follow through? It's weird. But
yeah, it's not exactly a quick drive, right?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But it's just one of those things, like he said in the video, Apple does not like leaks, and we know firsthand Apple does not like leaks, because if you leak it enough, then they send Phil Schiller on you.
Well, what's interesting is, okay, so when you had Andrew Edwards on and he was talking about his time with Apple, and Apple basically told him, we just want things to be fair. We want it to be fair. So when you hear that and you hear about what Daniel went through Zone of Tech, it all lines up, even though one's like US based and one's UK. I mean, obviously the mindset and the policies are probably the same across the board.
Right.
But like, I mean, they like Zone of Tech asked Daniel, how can you do a review or do a video about something that you've never had? I can't remember the exact wording was in there. But it goes back to what Andrew Edwards, which was saying that we just want it to be fair. Right. So, I guess I understand that point. I mean, they want the feedback, but they want just to be fair, right?
Yeah. I made the example many times, like, if I'm out here creating videos and things, and there's another creator out here like throwing shade at me for no reason without giving any context or constructive criticism, I'm gonna look at you like, who are you and what are you doing? So brands are the same way. If you out here throwing shade and not giving them any constructive criticism or any context for your shade, then yeah, they're gonna look at you some type of way like, what the hell are you doing?
Mm-hmm. I always like, I think a hot take or first impressions of maybe a release of something, if you're doing it based on specs or whatever, I think that's fair, because that's factual information, right? Mm-hmm. Here's our new MacBook Pro 16-inch, and this, this is what's right. But I've seen so many videos of people calling it a review, and they don't actually have the product. Like, that, to me, I feel as though if you're doing a review of something, you need to actually physically use that product or that service.
Yeah, you cannot review a product if you don't actually have the product in hand. So that's craziness. Yeah, Tech Man, Nomad was here at the beginning, and then they stayed for about an hour, and then they left. But yeah, you have to go back to the beginning if you want to catch that. Pretty cool time. Shout out to Chuck and Bryson from Nomad for hanging out for an hour tonight.
That's okay, Tech Man, I'm here.
Yeah, Greg is here.
Well, with Greg being here, I'm gonna take my leave, because it's it's date night as much. I mean, the wife and I have decided.
Oh, well, Zach gets the rest of the night off.
Greg coming in, taking my spot. Thank you, sir.
Zach gets the night off, and here I am. How many weeks in a row, Viper?
5 weeks in a row. You're here.
5 weeks in a row. When am I gonna get a Friday night off, huh, people?
Oh my goodness!
I've been waiting for
telling me.
Well, Zach, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It was fun with Nomad there, and I can't wait to see what other brands you have on and everything like that. So
yeah, we'll see. That was interesting, but we shall see what happens.
Let me know, because I have contacts for a lot of familiar brands.
Everybody, pretty much everybody.
mostly, yeah, and I can get us in touch with people and everything like that. So yeah,
cool,
man. Appreciate it. I'll let you guys all go. Greg, stay cool.
Oh, always cool, Zach. You too.
Good night, guys. Good night, everybody. Cheers.
Later, dude. Greg, me and you, man.
Genosis, is that like an insult?
What in the world is that? I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little weird.
That might be an insult. That's like an insult to my to my American blood. I don't know.
Oh Lord, I don't know. So I was like 35 of you watching right now, and I know some of you probably knew because I got a lot of new subscribers from the John Max interview. If you guys aren't aware, this is actually my second channel. I only do live streams on this channel because if you try to do them with regular videos, then it kind of slows the growth for your main channel. But this is not my main channel. On my main channel where I do regular videos, I do mostly Apple content. So if you are into Apple content and you would like to watch more videos of Apple content on a weekly basis, check out the link that I just posted in the chat, which goes to my main channel, which I make about 3 or 4 Apple videos a week usually. Definitely go check that out. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And if you don't like what you see, that's cool too. But thank you for giving your boy a shot and checking me out. Appreciate you guys hanging out and sticking around. Jadolson said no. I don't know what he's saying. Know that. Oh, man. So I am looking at your shirt, Greg. I'm gonna blow this up real quick. I'm looking at your shirt, and it looks like some type of 80s retro. Oh, that's a soccer shirt. That's what that is.
Kinda. But
Now,
yeah.
which is that like a brand or is that a team or something? What is that?
Yeah, it's a brand.
Ah, okay. I'm like,
I'm repping.
I was gonna say it looks like some type of retro 80s arcade type T-shirt.
Yeah. You know, you gotta wear the stuff if you want to pay for the house, Viper.
Of course, man. You gotta represent your sponsors, man. You gotta pay the bill, Greg. You gotta pay the bills, man.
Yeah. You're telling me. We got Savage Greg, and then you got the Savage Travis. But where's Travis? He thinks he's Savage with his glasses, but I haven't seen him in a while.
Tech Man, no, this is not my main channel. This is an extension of my main channel because, like I said, I do all live streams on here, and I know I post a lot on here, but no, this is not the main channel, dude. My main channel actually has over 3,000 subscribers. Well, I'm currently sitting at 3,600 on the main channel, whereas this channel I have like 1,200. So yeah, this is my secondary channel where I do my live streams. But yeah, that is what we're doing. You know what? Truth be told, you all, I don't really have anything else to discuss with you tonight, and I really think we should have Greg have a Friday night off.
Yes,
he's been here 5 weeks in a row. I don't really have anything off. I don't really have anything else to talk to you guys about. I've been live streaming every day this week. I'm about to practically live stream almost every day next week, damn near, except for Monday. But anything could change between now and Monday. But yeah. So one thing before I get out of here tonight, no, it's all good, Tech Man. Don't worry, man. I'm just messing with you. But before I get out of here tonight, Sunday night is ladies' night, so I'll be back on Sunday night with the ladies. Greg will be here. Greg wants to hang with the ladies.
I will make an appearance on ladies' night. It's gonna happen. I will be there.
All right. So the ladies
want, but I will be there. Even in spirit, I will be there.
He will be here. Oh wow! So we got Richie from the Philippines. Hello, welcome. 9:30 a.m. Night. Hello. So again, ladies' night on Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, so 8 p.m. Central. Me and the ladies will be hanging out on Sunday night. So come back for that if you want to hang out with us. On Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing another Vyp Drive podcast with Tech with Brett. So Tech with Brett is coming to the podcast next week. Then on Thursday, like I told you guys before, iPhondo is going to be on the podcast. That podcast starts at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday night. So come back for that. All of these live streams will eventually be scheduled. So if you want to set your reminders, I'll probably schedule them sometime over the weekend. So come back to the channel, set the reminders when those are scheduled so you guys don't miss those. But yeah, your boy Viper is staying busy. Thank you guys for all the support and checking out the podcast. Like I've been asking you guys. If you do happen to listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, if you can go leave me a rating or review on Apple Podcasts, hit that subscribe button. Help more people discover Vyp Drive on Apple Podcasts, which is my largest podcast platform. So thank you guys for supporting. Like I said, right now we are ranked 193rd out of 200 podcasts. So that's kind of amazing. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you again for sending me that info. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, I keep up.
All right, Digital thing. The question about video editing: iMac Pro still worth it? I mean, if you can afford it, yeah. But do you need it for video editing? Not really. I mean, you can edit. I'm pretty sure a regular MacBook Pro can handle all your editing needs and then some. Hell, you can edit on an iPad Pro if you can do that. If you want to do that, but yeah.
If you're just starting out, it's overkill. And if you want to go iMac, honestly, the 27-inch iMac, I have that one. And if you get the 8-core model, it actually packs like more power than the base iMac Pro. It's weird. So yeah, you might want to consider that, and it's less money. And you can put your own RAM in it too, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yates, it's about high time we make you wealthy. I don't know about all that, but I do appreciate you guys super chatting and becoming channel members and buying me coffees and things like that. Everything helps, man.
I think you got to stay.
I don't know, Travis. Since I could Savage. I got for 3 minutes, but that's all the time I got.
3 minutes. Savage Travis versus Savage Greg. We can see.
I don't know, Travis. You want to come in here for a few minutes? I'm getting ready to go, so you ain't got to be here long. Let's see. Yeah, as you know, since on Sunday night, I got Shannon Vlogs, Shannon Morth, Romina, and Shelly Saves the Day. They are all scheduled, or they're all said they will be interested in coming on Sunday night. So that is the plan. So we shall see if that happens.
This could be M-rated. You might want to leave, people.
Inferno said, Greg, I need more content. I need new content from you. He put out a video yesterday.
I just put out a video. I'm taking a day off.
Yeah, Greg is on vacation, although I don't know.
I'm on vacation. Look at this beautiful place. I mean, come on.
He's on vacation.
Not gonna come in as good of a beautiful place as this. And you can tell it's not fake because look at the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
See the reflection of the sun. See that?
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Genosis. Got a few of my creator lady friends coming, so that should be cool. And Travis wants in, so I guess we're gonna send the B-roll to Link and see how this goes. It'll be interesting.
See this.
We're gonna have Gadget Cast on Friday night. All right, I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. So we're gonna be here for a few more minutes. All right, that's cool.
We're making you stay, Viper. We're making you work late now.
I know, right? I know this is usually the other way around, right? Now where's Travis at? There he is, man. All right, so I found Travis.
What is this even gonna be? What is this even gonna be?
What do you mean?
What is this? What is this gonna be?
I don't know. Travis said something about going savage, so I mean, we'll find out. All right, Travis, the link is in your Twitter DM.
How savage can Travis go?
I don't know. Have I ever seen Travis really get savage? I mean, I've seen him kind of go off a little bit of him for views. I mean, I remember that Dolby headphone review. He was not pleased at all. But I don't know if I would call him savage. I mean, he was just very critical, but he wasn't really savage. I don't know if I've ever seen
Travis is too nice. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen Travis go real savage.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I mean, I know it's in him. I know it's in him to go savage, but I don't know.
Look, let me tell you something over here. Y'all getting crazy. Let me tell you something about this dude over here. I'm gonna roast his ass so bad. Let me tell you something. I'm so savage. I went over to Greg's Gadgets channel and subscribed just so I could unsubscribe. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This dude is terrible. He's in his parents' basement owing them all types of money. And let me tell you something right now. If this dude ever got out of his mama's basement for about 37 seconds, he would be arrested for a child molestation. Let me tell you something. You are eyes. You look ugly. Your mama is great. She loves me. She don't love you, Greg. She don't love you.
Whoa, calm down with the child molestation.
Don't you worry about it, Viper. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got the money to cover all this. Don't you worry about them content strikes. I got you, player. Look at this dude over here looking like he used to be on Chris Hansen's most favorite show. I need you to have a seat. Remember that? I need you to have a seat. I need you to sit down over here, Greg. I need you to sit down over here because you've been sending them, you know the emails you've been sending to them kids. Don't you do it no more. Let me tell you something about this. Don't make me go there. I'm going to tell you right now. I will flame broil your butt. It's going to be over, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to chill out a little bit, Savage Man. I'm gonna need you to chill out a little bit.
This dude comes and trying to call me out. He looking like he was on the 80s action television show that got canceled 3 times. Let me tell you something. Looking like the Night Rider in the day. Terrible. Let me tell you something. This dude should be canceled 3 or 4 times before we ever got started.
Got the glasses on too. Great. How you doing, Travis?
I'm so savage, I'm going to leave after I roasted his butt. His butt is all gray now. Look at him. Greg's Gadgets. It's the most terrible thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. This dude over here looking like he's the guy that you don't want your children around. You don't walk him around. Walk around him. Walk around him. Let me tell you something. This dude is terrible. Look at him. Oh, Lord. He's terrible. Look at this dude. You can't cancel Greg. He was canceled before he got started. What are we talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Go ahead, Savage Greg. You're making us all nervous sitting over here looking like some type of serial murder, like you're going to have some type of new show on Netflix and they're going to follow you through the life before you went off and went crazy on 17 people, trying to hide them in your car trunk.
As we can see, Travis is talking all this ridiculous.
Hold on, my audio's going through my speakers. That's all right, though. Don't you worry about it. I gotta fix it. I got it. Don't worry.
Look at this man, this old man having all these technical difficulties, like always. I always have to help him out and save the day. You should have seen it the other day when we were both on Amazon Live and he couldn't get the audio routed through his headphones. But it's okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. What did you say? I literally just fell asleep when you were talking.
Yeah.
It's really like, I mean, to be honest, you're like the new medicine. You make me both tired.
I am the cure. I am the cure, Travis.
You're the cure.
I am the cure to you, Travis.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
The world of your awfulness, Travis.
I don't know who Travis is. I don't know who Travis is.
I will cure the world of your awfulness.
I don't know what you're about.
No one will
Your mama's so
see it again when I'm done with you.
Your mama's so ugly, son. Let me tell you something. Like, your mama's beautiful. I love your mama, to be honest.
Yeah.
She loves me too. Did you know this, Viper? Did you know that they're fans of mine? Did you know this? They don't even like Greg. They tell him to be like me. Isn't that something? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. Yeah. It's the savage truth.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna cancel Travis.
Well, do you see how he stopped?
Cancel Travis.
You ever try to turn on an 82 Firebird? It goes. That was just what he just did. That was good right there. He looked like an 82 Firebird in the cold. He's like, let me tell you something. This dude doesn't know what he's getting into. He's on fire, ladies and gentlemen. He's on fire. All right, look, it's past his bedtime, so we're gonna go ahead and let this go. We're gonna go ahead and let this go, ladies and gentlemen. Savage Greg is no more. Rest in pieces. Let's flush him down the toilet. Go ahead, Viper. Flush him. Can you imagine his fiance has to look at that every night? That's crazy. I don't know how she does it.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
And all right. And on that note, I will catch you guys on Sunday night. Thank you to Greg and Travis for hopping on for a few minutes. But until Sunday night, people, it's your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.